Hello, everyone. Welcome. So, today, finally going to do some more Kraken. And probably mess with Blackhawk a bit more. It is the week for it, so we might as well enjoy it. Also, thank you, Nasticus, for the $5 donation. You did it, like, right at the end of the previous one. Might as well play it now, I guess. Repeat it. But yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll try getting the eye patch.
Here is for your
eye
patch smile. Thanks for all the entertaining Gao content.
No problem. I'll probably also get the bunny ears for Easter because I don't have anything for that either, so might as well get that as well. Dressed up for the holidays. But anyways, hello! Let's move this chat so I can actually see all of it. Hello, JZG! Kraken, purple. The memes are strong. Hello, JZG. Hello, Bridget. Hello, a random funny guy. Hello, Nate. Hello, Timothy. Hello, Gunschwinger. Hello, Carlos. Hello, Carbon. Welcome all. But yeah, we'll see what we can do with Kraken. Tomorrow I'll probably be doing a whole video dedicated to Kraken as well. And Thursday I'm going to try to get that video I mentioned this weekend where I go over all the terms. Should have enough time to be able to get that out by Thursday, hopefully. If not, I'll just do some other random video on something related to something. Oh, there we go. Not that many defend wins. What is even our defend team right now? Oh, our suggested team somehow got switched to our defend team. Well, that's not going to work. There's no event gem that I could set. So I guess we should just set all pirates as our defend team. Let's just put it as this one, I guess. The Captain Skullbeard with Tyree, Bonnie, Little Johnny. That'll probably fail, but it's festive for the week, all pirates. Hello, Belinda. Hello, Henny. Hello, Sharon. And hello, Z4Mel. Welcome. We'll throw this out for now, then go into some Krakens. I don't even think I have any Kraken teams made right now, except for my normal one that I do with like Urgoltha and Dragon Soul, Giant Spider, Kraken. I think that's the only one I have built right now. But we can definitely try a bunch of other ones. There's one right there. He's using one with all the pirates. He does have a 25% bonus this week because of the Blackhawk bonus, so he'll be a little bit stronger. He doesn't really use his stats that much, though. He's mainly just uses the fact that he creates blues and the fact that he has like a 40% chance to devour. Very rarely would he utilize his actual damage. Yeah, Kraken is really good. It's still one of the best 10, I believe, as far as troops in the game right now. That may change after next patch. I don't think it's getting nerfed next patch, but other things may be stronger than it after next patch. But as of currently, it's definitely one of the top 10 strongest troops right now. So definitely worth considering to get. Okay, that's this exploded ball. Oh, that's already over. That didn't take long. It's still our turn, too. Oh, never mind, that wasn't enough. Well, we have plenty more to do to kill it out. And there we go. Was that turn 1 win? No, it couldn't have been. We have damage. Good evening, Adrian. Welcome. Oh, wow, we're not even at 1.9k yet. I guess, oh, it was because I was doing a bunch of treasure maps last stream. That's why we don't have 1.9k. I was gonna say, normally we do hit it on Monday, or we get like really short on it. What was I about to check? I think I already checked everything. And it's not like we gain event gems, only if we do maps. I'll probably throw a map or two later this stream. This is the week of maps, so we gotta be doing some. Oh, there's another Kraken team. Let's go use our own. Of course, this is the one I normally make. I'm going to make a couple other after this, but we might as well throw down my usual. This is why I tend to build if I'm just building a really tanky, if I'm building a really tanky Kraken team. This is particularly useful against Bone Dragon and stuff right now. In this particular match, don't really think we'll need it too much, but he'll still win just as quickly. It's not like it's going to win any slower. If I could figure out where to go. Kind of want to take the purples, because we'll get some blue out of it too, and we're going to need blue for our Giant Spider. Giant Spider will get both of them rolling. So we'll just get our... Oh, Dragon Soul, 1 mana short. Figures. Need that last mana if we can. There we go, perfect. And then we'll just do that into either Urgoltha or Giant Spider and go from there. And he'll buff up all the attack there. Unfortunately, he doesn't do it to everything. He only does it to ally rogues. which makes him a little bit weak. He's basically only ever used with a 4x Blackhawk rogue team. At least currently, anyways. But we'll throw that down on browns. Get ourselves our purples. Get a nice... Oh, finally have Kraken up. I need a bit more blue on the board before I dedicate to a Kraken, though. I'll probably just keep board clearing until we get it on the board. We need at least 10 blues would be ideal. Okay, like a board like this would actually be a nice time to do it, as long as he doesn't take blue right here. And we're good to go. So we'll throw that down. Please don't miss. Ooh, it missed. At least we got the Devour, though. And it...
Surge.
Hello, Sean! Welcome. Hi, Gorman! Welcome as well. Oh, did the stream just go out for a second? I just noticed the thing went. Maybe it didn't. But, oh yeah, it did. It must have for a second. Because someone just said it. Yeah, the stream just went out for like 1 second. I don't know what YouTube did. But did you guys notice before the stream started, for any of you who got here a little bit early, it looks different before it starts. They end up changing how it visually looks. It actually looks nicer. Because before they had a bunch of things like blocking it, now they have like a nice gray background, little timer, and it's a lot more condensed and not blocking everything. So they did end up changing that, which is weird. So maybe they changed quite a few other things with streaming. I wonder, I need to see if there's like a blog post anywhere that goes over the changelog that YouTube does for their streams. Because sometimes I just see like the most random changes to stream. Some of which you guys see, some of which you guys don't. And that's one of them that you can. Oh, yours not back either? Try clicking refresh. Oh, let me type that in. Try clicking refresh if it is not back now. There we go. Okay. It should be back now. It just went out for like a few seconds is all. And we'll just throw down Kraken for the end of that. Though it could be on my end too, as far as that connection loss right there, because my computer today has just been not wanting to really function. I don't know why. Let me check my temperature on it. It's because I probably had it on most of the day. Let me double check just to make sure it's not overheating. I do have my internal fan on and everything, but it is a laptop and it does overheat like crazy for no reason. Nope, it's actually pretty good right now, so that's not a problem, at least. Okay, let's go throw down a different Kraken team. My favorite Kraken team, actually, so let's clear this out and get in my absolute favorites. The one I mentioned actually just in the video, but I didn't bother showing it. Probably should have. I was kind of saving it for the video tomorrow, though, because I knew I would show it in that. I hate showing teams twice in a video, the exact same team in a week. But it's this team right here. There we go. Because you can even fully trait Web Spinner this week as well, which is kind of nice. But this team, banner, we go Frozen Banner. If I can find it. There it is. The only one without a symbol on it for whatever reason. I always used to think that was a glitch, but it's actually intended for I have no clue why. Yeah, sorry about the slight technical difficulties there, if none of you are back yet, though you wouldn't be able to hear me right now, even if there was. Well, he's gonna get green out of that. Oh, and a free scroll, that's not good. No, we're frozen on purple now. It's fine if we're frozen on purple as long as we're not frozen on green. But that is an issue. Her dying now. Well, at least we don't have to deal with freeze. The one good thing about her dying right there is we don't have to deal with freeze. The only bad thing now is without her, we don't have as nearly as much as our loop that we had previously. And there is a chance we could just straight out lose now. That is definitely possible. He is using the Bone Dragon. He's using the most annoying team that currently exists right now. So that's definitely possible that we are just going to straight out lose. This will give him greens, but he doesn't use it, so I guess that's fine. I really need the blue, so we're just going to have to give it to him. Oh, he's going to get brown out of it too. Never mind, that was a huge fail. There's no way I could have seen that brown, though, coming. And yeah, we lose. Unless he somehow miraculously misses every single one. Nope. Well, let me show this again against a team that does not have freeze or instant kill off a death mark. So, take two. That was a quick lose, gosh. Let's try against not that. Oh gosh, that's basically the exact same thing except with this Desdemona. Though if we had Entangle, that would be a lot easier to counter. Freezes, we do want to avoid. Never want to do this against Queen Mab or anything. Doesn't function that well. Oh, come on. Can people stop using this team? There's ways to counter it, but just with random teams like what I'm using now, we can't. Okay, here's a good one. Especially since they're going to create greens as well. Silver Maiden for extra trait stones. I don't think that was too bad. She's really tanky. Normally as a troop, you wouldn't really use her, but she's extremely, extremely tanky. Similar to that of Gorgolfa, actually, if you count the fact of how much HP, armor, and everything that she gets. Let's see if I can go find a video for that right now. Let me go find it should take me like 1 second. Because I do have a video explaining like a bunch of teams with it. Might as well go get that out. It's one of the reasons why I kept them in the playlist in the first place. Should only take me a second to find it. It's a somewhat organized playlist. It's in chronological order, so where'd it go? Event objectives? Yeah, it would be under event objectives. Okay, YouTube, why are you lagging? The tab I'm on YouTube right now is just lagging. All my other tabs are fine, but this one's lagging for no apparent reason. Okay, it didn't go to exactly where I wanted to, but I can still find it off of here. Just need to look for the one that has Silver Maiden on it. How far back is this? Gosh. Oh, there it is. Found it. There it is. There it is. That should be the right one. Is it the exact same event? Let's see. Do we get 2 times straight zones for this? Oh, wait. Why isn't it not showing it? Did I not show events here? No, it's 2 times straight zone. Yeah, it's the exact same event. So it was this one right here. Any console players, that was the event week video I did for that. If consoles are ever wondering why I'm not doing videos for you guys' events every single week, well, for one, I don't have any kind of console. The other reason is they're all repeats of just the PC mobile event. So I can just link the, like what I'm doing right now, I can just link the old ones from the past and we can do it that way. So any console players, that's the link to your guys' current event. It's the exact same event, so and it should be basically the same balance as well. So it should pretty much be exactly what you guys experience for the most part. I assume so. I know, it's still pretty bad. It is a pretty bad troop. I don't think I've used it once after the event week. It's definitely good to use during the event week because 2 times straight stone is very nice to have. But after the event week, she's not useful. You're better, if you're going to need a tank, you're better off just going Gorgolfa because it has the mana generation as well with it. Did we do this on yellow? I think so. I need to get it on something just in case we start getting web spinner to start going off. Because we'll definitely need as many green as possible on the board for when we start doing that. Unfortunately, we cannot get a giant spider off right now. Would be the best thing we could really do. But we'll just take some purples, get a green seer off next turn. That'll be enough for a web spinner, and then we can finally get this team going and not completely get destroyed like the previous battle. But we'll throw that down on browns. Which event? Which aren't terrible, but when you need 99% runic. Wait, is that how many trait stones does she really need, or what were you referring to with that? Let's see. But you do tend to runics, arcanes, and minor trait stones tends to be the 3 that people tend to run out of first. What was my banner for this team? The banner I'm running with is Frozen Banner. It's +2 blue, +1 purple, and -1 red. Since we do not use red and we need both the blue and purple. The total is actually +2 blue and +2 purple since we also have an additional 1 off of the giant spider. Not really getting any giant spider alignment, which is hurting us some. But we do have the web spinner up, we do have the Kraken up. I did give it a free skull, but it's entangled, so all it's going to do is poke and refresh the burn. He's going to do that. That's actually going to probably help us more than it's going to hurt us. He did create greens onto the board, which is nice. It is a goblin team though, so now he's going to spam a billion different extra turns. As long as he keeps the board okay though, we should be fine to get a web spinner. Not the best of boards, but there's not enough blue to really do anything. We can't get... Actually, we could get a purple cast right now, and he ruins it. Oh no, we still have it in the corner, so we will go for that first. Hopefully we can get the green seer off once more. Good. And now we should have a good enough board for the web spinner to do its thing. And it could be a bit better, but we're going to have to roll with it. It's going to have to be good enough. And the miss. Of course. And now we're giving a whole all of our mana to a goblin team. This is why I sometimes like using Queen Mab on a loop team, to make sure that the maximum number of turns they can do when you miss like this is only 1. More often than not, it's not worth wasting a whole slot for it, though. Also, come on, there's so much purple and green, or purple-yellow right here. Yeah, I can't get a single cast off. And I don't want to have to do it on blue. Let's throw a Kraken right here. This is a Kraken team after all. Get the double kill. And, maybe I should just try this with double Kraken instead. Instead of trying to get the web spinner going, just base it off of double Kraken. Because you can do the same thing if you don't have a web spinner. Just go double Kraken and go from there. It does quite a bit of damage from extra turns alone. And we can just aim at whatever and then Kraken it. Actually, I think Kraken already had enough damage. Oh, we'll throw that down. Come on. How does it have 35? Magic. What made it? Oh, because, oh, duh. It has 25% bonus this week. Plus, it probably got a bonus from greens here because it has the support thing. What's the quickest explore team? Real quick, that someone just mentioned. Or the team. It's this one right here. We'll go do it on this explore battle. Wait, did my stream just go off again? It's still up right now. It might be my computer right now, not YouTube. Though YouTube did update, but my computer's been acting up today, so it could be a computer issue. I don't know for sure. But whoever just asked for the explore team, it's this right here. It's oh good, I'm using the right class too. It's Princess Espeth, Bombot, Black Manacles, or War and Peace. With the Mechanist class fully traded. If you don't have Mechanist class fully traded, you can use Archer with the first 2 traits, or just any class that uses the corresponding color of the weapon that you're using. But you will want to use Black Manacles or War and Peace. Black Manacles is better, but War and Peace is a lot easier to obtain. And then any brown troop as last slot. Doesn't matter what it is, but it has to only be brown. Tacet is breaking this stream. Well, it shows that it's working on my end, but I do keep seeing that it like breaks for a second every occasion. I don't know any way that I could possibly try fixing that right now though, unless I like completely reset my router, but then the stream would be down for like 3-4 minutes, which probably wouldn't be worth it in a 2-hour stream. Also, hello, Corin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's weird. It wouldn't let me scroll when I'm not on the screen. Not good. I used to scroll there, and now it doesn't let me. YouTube, stop updating your stuff. It doesn't let me scroll the chat anymore unless I deliberately click on the chat, which makes it a bit annoying because how I normally have my setup on, I don't have the accessibility to do that. Because now I have to click and then scroll. That's weird. Oh, even when I'm clicking now, it's not wanting to. That's weird. YouTube needs to stop changing how everything works, because now I have to actually drag it and go completely off the tab if I want to look at the backed up chat. Well, there we go. But yeah, this is just the team. It goes really quick. Though I was delayed by chatter. I was delayed by looking at chat, but let me go just do it one more time and then we can go show the double Kraken team. But yeah, this team goes extremely quick. Nothing I know of goes quicker than this. For a random challenge, do the Kraken team with a Kraken banner. We could try making something like that. Kraken team with the Kraken banner. I highly don't advise it because there's not much synergy to do so. But if we were to do it, we'd have to go all Blackhawk team with a Kraken on it. That's likely what we'll have to do. Well, we did that earlier, except not with a Kraken. Yeah, that's the Bombot team for whoever just asked that earlier. Really nice. Works out extremely effective. Let's just go into PvP here, see what we get. 1 win! That's what we get for switching our team to something that's actually not horrible. What's a good Devour team? Cerberus, Kraken, Maul are the best for the job, you think? Yes, those 3 are the best Devours. They're pretty much the only Devours because most other troops that do have Devour aren't really worth using compared to those 3. But as suggested earlier, first, let me go do the double Kraken of this. There we go. Do need to make sure we're not up against a freeze, so I will have to repick against this Wraith Bone Dragon. That'll be fine. Double Bone Dragon, it still has a freeze, but it's not going to be as annoying as long as we don't lose our greens here, which could happen, but hopefully it will not. You're having great luck on Treasure Hunt, averaging 6 points every single time. Nice, yeah. You definitely want to try aiming for those 60 every single time if you can. Sometimes you won't, but doing it every single time is definitely really nice. Gosh, what do we do on this board? I want to rush the mana, but I'm scared what he might do with skulls. I guess I won't bother with skulls. Mainly because we will get frozen if I touch on skulls. So I'm going to just take deliberately everywhere. It's like if I was going for skulls, I would actually take in for those yellows instead. But we do need to try focusing on not getting ourselves frozen if we can. Would definitely be helpful. First skull we touch will freeze us. It's not the most important color. Ooh, how badly I want to take that. We instantly lose our turn if I do though. So we'll just throw a Kraken. Hopefully it'll overwrite the blue and we'll get an extra turn somehow. Wow, we actually do. Nice. We didn't get to feed the blue into anything, but at least that went pretty smooth. That skull I'm pretty much just going to ignore. We'll just go on green surge. Go. Oh, I didn't get to surge. Trying to get purple alignment too right now, and good, he gives it right to us. Perfect. We'll do that right. Oh, actually, we have it on red as well. I think I'm going to do it on brown. It's not only more mana, but he uses brown. So even though I keep grading purple as well, at least we get to deny out one of them. Can we get it on red? No, we can get it on blue, but I do not want to have to aim it on blue. Yeah, let's just aim at Kraken. Kraken into green here. Ooh, the miss. But luckily he does not use blue anymore since we killed the only thing he used blue on. That or he didn't even have one to begin with, which would be even better. Let's see. Again, don't want to deny it. I guess we'll take out purple. Weird as that may seem since we kind of need it, but I need to make sure we keep the blues. Oh, there he goes. He ended up doing the skull glitch thing. Are we 1 mana short? No, we're 2 mana short. Pretty much 1 though. Gosh. Oh, that's horrible. 2 mana short. Okay, we'll just take that, I guess. Gotta keep those blues. And good, he doesn't even go for it. Should definitely be an extra turn right there. Oh, I should have taken the yellows first to take the brown off the top. We could actually 1 right now if I did that. Close enough, 1 HP. Could have been 0 if I would have went for that though. And now we just take any extra turn and that's match. Yeah, you do almost all of your damage from the tentacles from the Krakens. Have I ever done top 50 PvP? Yes, I used to quite a bit in the past. Especially when it was, like, when it first started. I also got in #1 before, so, I just don't normally do it, because it takes a excessively long time. The day that or the week that we did #1, I was playing for over 8 hours every day. Some days were like 10 to 12. So yeah, it was extremely long amount of time. Realistically, it's not worth even trying for top 100. Unless you're like really just absolutely love this game. I feel like trying to go for top 100 or anything higher every single week will just burn you out of the game. Some people do. Zookeeper's always there, pretty much. Alex is pretty much always there. Nona's pretty much always there, and probably quite a few other of these have also. I don't recall, but I know those 3 that I just mentioned are pretty much always somewhere on here. I can never do that. It's just too much of a time investment. I do play some other games and do other things, of course, other than just Gems of War constantly. But, yeah, it takes a lot of time. I believe top 10 these days takes around 7 hours per day of playing. Somewhere around that general area. So, yeah, that's a lot of time. Of course, if that was, like, the only game you were playing, then that's kind of a little bit more understandable. But I do play quite a few others as well. What's a good team against Wraith teams? Normally just to entangle. Personally, I just go with my anti-skull team if I need to counter a Wraith. Let's see if I can actually find one so I can show it in action. Of course, now when I want to find it, I can't. Oh gosh, this glitch. I hate this so much. I can't believe they haven't fixed that yet. That better be fixed in 3.0. Or I'm going to like spam it to them every single day until they fix it for the next patch. That better be fixed in 3.0. It's been around since the repick came out. And barely anyone even reports it because I feel like I'm one of the only people who even bothers clicking the repick button. Oh, there's triple Kraken. I would not advise doing a triple Kraken team. It's not stable enough to work. Of course, now when I want to find a Wraith, I'm never going to find a Wraith. Come on. Come on. Well, if I'm not trying to find a Wraith, I'll find like a billion of them. And now when we want to try to find one, I can't find a single one. Really? If I don't find it in the next 5 repicks, I'm just going to stop looking. We just found this one. Actually, that was in a different order than the previous one. Yeah, 3 more repicks, and if I don't find it, I'm just going to do it later. Okay, come on. What's with all these repeats? Like, there we go. Nope, that's not a Wraith. This is kind of like a Wraith. but we can't counter out the assassin. Okay, 2 more. 1 more after. Please be Wraith. Come on! What? They're really just trying to do the courage glitch completely out now. This is kind of a Wraith team with Desdemona up front. I guess I'll just throw at it for now. I can't believe we haven't found one. I'll try doing it again. It's still the same general premise. No, it's fine doing the gems. It's not really wasting it. I have over like 22,000 or something. Yeah, I'll show it when it pops up. This is kind of the same exact team as a Wraith team. He's just using Desdemona instead of a Wraith. It's still the same exact disable. It's going to be completely disabled from the Entangle. The only time it will be able to do anything, if this was a Wraith, is if it does it 4 times or higher. It will still get the stats effects off, but we can just use Gorgultha. As long as it survives the first turn, you can just use Gorgultha's Explosion, and it will cleanse the Freeze and Death Mark off. Also, if you do this team with a Dragonian Monk, which is a lot cheaper, if you don't happen to have fully traded Gorgultha, you can do it with a Dragonian Monk, and if you have Dragonian Monk's warded trait, it's also immune to the Death Mark on it, so you can just use that instead. A Dragonian Monk there instead of the Gorgultha. The rest of the team is kind of needed, not too many replacements for it. It's one of the stronger, or actually one of the strongest, all dragon teams, and my personal favorite one would be something like a Dragonian Monk, Christine Axe, Dragon Soul, and Salvini Mora. Console players don't have monks, but you can just do exactly this team. This one does exist on consoles. What do we throw here? Guess we do it on yellow. Don't really need yellow or brown too much. The Gorgultha, once you get him up initially, will pretty much be up the entire battle, so you don't have to go out of your way doing much. Like if that was a Wraith, we would be entangled and, sorry, not entangled. We'd be frozen and Death Marked right now. But as long as we survived right there, we could just cast a Gorgultha and cleanse it right off. But because we're not, let's just throw the Dragon Soul. He's gonna get Bone Dragon off, which could most likely kill us. We'll see, yeah. Let's see, will that be enough? Oh wait, never mind, he's entangled still, so that's fine. He'll only do 5 damage, fail. So that didn't really do much. And that missed, nice. We'll do some brown since there appears to be a lot of them, and we'll get some red out of it, which we don't actually need at the moment. But we do get the extra turn. Get our purple, get our crystallized for a Dragon Soul, and just keep throwing everything that hits all damage until we just chip them down. Similar to a lot of teams that hit all enemies, the main issue with this team, the only issue it really has, is it can't really target out any enemies. You could always put something in that could target, but personally I don't normally bother. Oops. I keep forgetting whenever I click off the tab it does that. Well, there we go. And that is the kill. This week you have been seeing quite a few teams of Humility, Dracula's Humility. Yeah, I have been seeing that a lot more. They are surprisingly hard to beat. What would you kill them with? The main problem is you do not want to use the exact team that I'm using right now against one of those. Personally, I would just throw Bone Dragon at it. Speaking of Bone Dragon, what on earth? It's this guy again. I guess we'll fight him. We might as well just go with this exact thing. Actually, let's go try doing a mana drain team real quick. I want to make sure his Bone Dragon can't do anything at all. Actually, it may seem weird, but let's go a Silence team. I don't think I've used Silence team for ages upon ages, but I want to keep him disabled like crazy. Actually, no. Yeah. Let's go with a really weird team right now. One I don't even think I've used before. But a Scion Drain team. It's a really weird concept of team. But if you have it fully traded, you can throw this out. We need one other color. We need a red-purple. Oh, Dragon Soul. The synergy, the lack of synergy that has is insane. I guess we'll just throw Death, I guess. In this particular instance. Okay, we'll just throw Death. Banner? Actually, Banner might be correct. Do we go with that? Yeah, we can pretty much just stick with that banner. No, what color are we missing? We're missing yellow. Let's actually just go with the +2 purple, +1 red, all that stuff. Actually, it might even be better just to go double green because we don't have an explosion troop. We could offset that with a Gorgultha. That'd be pretty clunky in this team. So we'll just go double green. Get our giant spider up quick. Yeah, Humility is pretty amazing. if they don't nerf any of the Guardians next patch, which they appear not to be, they're going to be used so much. The main reason they're not nerfing Guardians is they're seeing how the Guardians play out after they've rebalanced all the skull-related troops. So we'll see what happens there, but they're still going to be extremely powerful. Humility is still currently the best troop to be able to raise magic, and that's applicable in all versions, of course. So he's pretty popular right now. I'll go show a counter to the triple humility Draculus team after this. Someone requested for. Easiest way to do that would just be throwing a bone dragon at it, though. That or try silencing it. Silencing the humility team. Which seems kind of odd since he boosts based on silence. Ooh. Oh, wow. We can actually get an extra turn here. That is a really weird setup for an extra turn, but look at this. We can take the 3 times into a 3 times into the 5 times. That is an interesting... I don't think I've ever had that format of extra turn before. A little odd, but we'll throw this out. We do get frozen, but that should kill him. Okay, and now we're good to go. And we get to drain his attack every single time we do skull to him as well. So he pretty much can't do anything to win at this point. Just need to wait till we get unfrozen and then just throw everything at it. Oh, don't take our purple. I need more purple. We're going to be disabled for a little bit. He just took our most important color. Green I can't even use because we already have our spider up and we don't have anywhere to use it on. We're still frozen, but I'm going to have to do this because I have no choice. Or else he would just take it. Oh! Wow, he's still gaining so much attack that he had enough to kill. That is insane. Even after all of that. Well, we're not frozen on anything anymore. We can get rid of our green as much as we kind of do need it. But, oh, we did throw a little bit of a weak thing up front. Should still be enough damage to kill. Will be a little annoying to kill the last one, though, because we definitely will not have enough damage to do that one out. No way to drop those, so we'll just lower everything. He'll take a skull, we'll take a skull. Oh, or he'll take it in a way that we can't. Oh, no, we still can. We give him browns if we do, though. So I'm probably just going to ignore it, so he'll give us Bone Dragon. So he'll... Oh, good. Oops, I gave him a different skull. But there we go. We got rid of our weaker attack. Now we can just focus on our Bone Dragon to kill it out with. Free right there. Take our yellows out the way. Take out everything that's not important off the board. We could probably wrap him up with a death too. That might be enough damage, but we'll throw down Bone Dragon. Hopefully that'll land. Doesn't need to be an extra turn, just needed to poke. There we go. And then we'll just Giant Spider into something. And Dragon Soul, be able to freeze. Actually, we won't be able to get enough mana. We'll wait a turn or two. That, or we can find a skull right now. Come on, skull. Okay, let's see if we can drop that. Throw it on, I guess, brown. Doesn't look like we have another option. We could have done it on blue too, actually. That might have been a bit better. And nope, don't really get anything out of this. So I guess we'll just get Bone Dragon up right. Oh, don't do that. Oops. Hopefully he'll deny it that way. If he does, we'll get all the purple we need. No! The skull! Well, we'll just go purple and hope this lands. Come on, all we need is one little poke on him. Get the last little poke. Poke him. Poke it. And it lands. There we go. Well, that was a weird team. Not quite sure why I bothered building that, but interesting. First time I bothered doing that exact alignment. I normally don't bother using Scion. It's not really too useful. It's really nice that it can drain and steal all of their mana, but it dies way too quick. It normally dies way too quick. I'm pretty sure half the battles I ever do with it ends up dying. So let me go see if I can find the... Actually, I probably won't be able to find it. Oh, come on. What happened to all the Wraith teams we were doing earlier? I want to try either find the Wraith or the Draculus team that was mentioned earlier. Well, I guess we'll just do this. Actually, let me go make my defend team into that real quick. Let me overwrite my suggested team. Clear this out. And make it a Draculus triple humility. So this is my defend team. And then show a counter to it. Humility... Banner. What do people normally banner this as? I would personally do it as double yellow, but I don't know what people normally do on it. Well, for now, we'll just set it as double yellow. I'd assume they do that. It would make sense if you have multiple humilities. Now for the counter team. I don't believe I have any built right now, so I'll need to find a different slot for that. Can't use any AoE or else it's just going to feed them like crazy. You can get away with winning Probably just throwing a standard Bone Dragon team like this would be sufficient, though. The main issue you're going to have... Oops, I forgot I need to fight myself. Oh, I need to change my defend team, too, so we actually fight the correct team. Why is it switching? But we'll do that right there. So there's our defend team, and then we'll fight ourselves. But yeah, just a standard Bone Dragon team would be fine. Would kill it out pretty quick. It gives them armor, too, so you'll be able to clear them out. One thing you will want to have if you are really paranoid and think it might die, or think you might die to Draculus, is you'll want to have a silence for him. With this particular team, we're just going to be using Mana Core to drain him to make sure Draculus never one-shots our entire team. But if you really want to like go fully committed, you just want to silence him and drain him, or just have a full drain like a famine or something. But we'll be running with this. It's a pretty standard Bone Dragon Courage spam team. You can do this without a Bone Dragon as well. You can also do it without fully traded Courages, but it's definitely helpful to have both of them. Otherwise, you'd probably just use a Keeper of Soul or something else instead. Really, anything that creates skulls would be sufficient. Bone Dragon, of course, is just the most notorious, best one to use right now as of this current moment. But we'll take our little skull poke, get our purples. Main objective will be, of course, since we set the brown-purple banner, to get the Bone Dragon up as quickly as possible. Just to be able to get his ability spammed out. So we'll just take a brown. We have our Mana Core up. We'll want to save this to use on Draculus. Whenever he gets enough mana, we're going to want to keep spamming him just to make sure he never gets his cast off. He will get a huge amount of magic from a Humility team, especially if he can start casting them. But even if he doesn't get a single cast off, he's going to get quite a bit. You never want to use anything that hits all enemies. This is actually why quite a few people are using this, because something that's pretty popular to do right now, you see me use it a lot, are like dragon teams and stuff that hit all enemies. And this is a pretty decent counter to it. You normally can beat it, even if you do use like an all dragon team or something. But it definitely can get like a random cast off with Draculus. It just completely team wipes you in a single cast. Even right now, he's at 26 magic. He ends up gaining 6 this battle. And if you're not careful with the type of teams you have, you can feed him over 20 mana, 20 magic, I mean, if not more. But we'll just throw this out. This should definitely kill out the Humility. Might even be able to get most of the Draculus killed. Nope. All we'll be able to do is take one little skull poke. We do have our Mana Core up. I'm gonna let him take a skull though. That's not gonna be enough to kill. I need to make sure we can get one more Bone Dragon off, which will pretty much be the final hit. Before we die on this, I do want to drain his mana just to ensure he does not get max. He will kill us off of that skull, but hopefully he'll cascade in a way that will give us our mana. He does not do so. Or wait, we don't know yet. Come on. Good, perfect. Exactly what we needed, and then we just Bone Dragon for the win. And that is match. Yeah, there we go. And that's how you beat the Humility team. Yeah, definitely be careful using full AoE against it. It's definitely really annoying. Wait, did we get a map from that? We got something there. I saw a resource. What on earth was that? We should get nothing whenever we do that. But let's go back to PvP. See what happened here. Did we win? Nope, we lost with whatever happened. And again with the Bone Dragon, fail. Should I throw a Bone Dragon against Bone Dragon? Might as well. We're already on it. Since all the previews are done for the Guild Wars, happen to know the new requirements. What we still don't know, as I am going to be setting new requirements for my guild, and I'll probably be mentioning it more later. But I really don't know exactly what the point value system will be. I know for sure my guild will definitely be having the new requirement of having to get all of the Sentinels, the 4 Sentinels that you'll have. It will be required to max them every single week. That will be a new requirement. You get enough from guild tasks that the guild tasks more than pay for it. But it will be less resources per week, I think. It depends how much the rewards actually are for the Guild War system. But that will be a requirement, though, for the guild, will be to max those out every week. They haven't given a confirmed value yet. They gave a value earlier, but then a lot of people said that was too much. So we'll see exactly what they change it to. But as of this current moment, that will be the new minimum. As far as the point minimum per week, I have no clue what that will even be. There definitely will be a point minimum, or at least like I'll look at it on like a monthly basis and then kind of base it onto that. But there will be a minimum for that. We just don't know exactly what those values will have to be because we haven't seen what it's like. I'm pretty sure I won't even come up with one until like 2 weeks in, probably, because we don't know for sure what the point values are even possible to do. We'll figure it out later. I will be doing more content on that, or some content on that soon. I haven't really done anything on the patch other than mentioning it during streams and stuff. But I've mainly just been waiting for the preview video. I don't know if they haven't answered me yet to see if they're actually going to be doing it. And none of them, the devs, have been in stream recently either. Maybe I could stay up later tonight and hope that one of them come into global chat. That'd probably be the easiest way to find them. Normally around this time of day they wouldn't be on it though. So let's just stay here, rest the stream. Maybe we'll catch a dev. Even if we do, I'm pretty sure it'll be Salty or someone who doesn't actually know that information. Oh, you finally got an Orion today. Nice. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I hate that I can't scroll this anymore. That is going to be really annoying. There has to be a way that I can still scroll this. Okay. So now it's letting me scroll. But whenever I scroll all the way down, it does not let me scroll. That doesn't make any sense. YouTube, what are you doing with your stuff? Like, I wish I could show this in some way. It's really weird. If I scroll all the way down on this now, it doesn't let me scroll anymore. But if I move it anywhere that's not scrolled all the way down, it will let me scroll. It doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I have to keep it scrolled all the way down or else I won't be able to see what the most recent message is. Oh gosh, that is a really, really weird format they changed it to. I should go complain to YouTube. That would have like no effect probably. Do anyone have a link to the preview? Oh yeah, let me go get the link to the preview. Actually, someone should make like a mega thread of that if it hasn't already been made. Like a link to all 6 of them plus the really last little thing that they went over. Let me go get the most recent one. The most recent one kind of summarizes most of the other ones that occurred. So let me just get that. It's kind of a compilation of it. I'm not on it at the moment. Also, while I'm there, I might as well give out the redeem code right after this battle since we're already going to be there in the same general area. Let me just double check. If I can find it, it should be pretty easy to find. Should most likely be the most recent one. Yeah, there it is. Sneak peek wrap up. There's already like over 100 messages on it. Oh, there's a joke here. Computer programmer. Oh, that's a good meme. Let's see. Let me post the meme before I throw the... Oh, that's a funny meme. Let's see if I get the right link. Let me throw down the meme first. Oh, I got the right post. So I think that should be the right post. Let me go get the meme before I do it. Well, this technically is the thread, but there's the meme. That gave me a good laugh. But let me go and scroll all the way up and get to where the actual information is. Oh wait, I forgot. I can just click one button and it'll bring me there. There we go. And then I just copied that. Actually, I could have just made that link and just got rid of the back numbers on it. Oh well. But the second link right there is to the actual top of the thread. They're actually both the same thread. The first link links to the joke, though. Just pop out the chat. Yes, popping out the chat would work. The problem with just popping out the chat, though, I do have one popped out chat. Like, for example, this chat right over here. This one is over here, and this one does scroll properly. The one that I'm scrolling right now, the one that you guys normally see on the video. But the normal one that's inside of the editor thing where I see all the information about the stream, for some reason, that one doesn't scroll anymore. But yeah, I might just have to start popping it out 2 of them. Because I already have one popped out. It's the one I'm scrolling right now. But the other one does not scroll like that, unfortunately. The one that I normally look at. Okay, a Kraken team. Well, let's throw our own Kraken team at it. Actually, let me try getting away with this again. Where did our other... Oh, I already overrid it, didn't I? I was gonna throw the double Kraken at it. Do I really not have a double Kraken team saved anymore? I don't think I do. Oh, someone asked me to do Kraken banner with a team. Let me go do that. We have earlier, but I didn't bother doing it with a Kraken. So let me go do Kraken banner with a Kraken in the team. And for additional fun, let's go leave it all Blackhawk as well. Keep it thematic. So let's go into Blackhawk. Keep it nice and piratey. Arrgh. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Definitely need a Bonnie. And we're gonna at least have not... Well, we're gonna have at least one color that we do not use, I think. Oh no, we might still cover everything. Nope, that's everything. Perfect. Okay, so we'll throw this down. And banner. Oh yeah, duh. I need to go Kraken banner as suggested. So let's go see what we can do with this. Kraken with a Kraken banner. I do not advise actually doing Kraken with a Kraken banner, but it was suggested. It is thematic to the week. We're using literally everything. We're using the new troop. We're using the best event key drop. We're using the other best event key drop, and we're using the one that you get for free from the from doing treasure maps this week. So this is like every single troop that you kind of get this week, all in one team using the correct corresponding banner. Them together isn't really a proper team, but we'll see how it works. We might as well. This is literally everything from this event week. And after this battle, we'll give out the redeem code thingy. Let's see. I'm actually gonna remove this. What's our bonus to grain? Nothing. So I'm gonna move this down and hope we get a surge. I'm gonna be taking this down instead of to the left. Either of them give an extra turn, but there's two reasons why I'm taking this down. For one, we'll have a chance of green on the top. And the other reason is I want to get a 3 times the surge, and we do get it. So that's exactly what I wanted to have happen. We even got the one off the top. Everything I wanted to have happen from that actually worked. So that went out perfectly. Actually, this whole board right now is going pretty perfect. We already got a decent amount of gold, so Bonnie will not completely do nothing. We will throw down this ability, wasting some Bonnie mana, but just need to get that off. We have mana on everything now, so that'll work out. We'll get poked with a skull. These things are so tanky this week, it doesn't even phase them though. Let's take some reds off the board. Doesn't really matter which one we aim at this current instance. The main problem with this team is the only thing that can create a skulls is little Johnny himself, so he's pretty much always going to create 8 skulls. I guess we'll throw it out now. We're tanky enough that initially that it won't really matter if we miss. We don't even get the map, so that was pretty much just a complete waste. We'll throw Bonnie at first slot, and then hopefully the explosions from this will be enough to kill, given that we have so many skulls on the board. No point in really taking a skull against them. Actually, maybe I do. How much damage would that be? Oh, no, there isn't, because we're going to hit the Kraken AoE anyway. So we'll throw this down. This should be enough to kill. There we go. Get our turn. Bonnie still could do a bit better, so we'll throw this again. Hopefully get Bonnie all the way up. We'll throw a Kraken as long as there's 10 or more blue right now. Doesn't look like it. I'm kind of scared to do it now. I'll probably do it after his Kraken. Oh, we don't even have the mana for it. But, well, I guess we have to do it after his Kraken. Don't really have a choice now. Not going to have enough damage to kill it. We'll probably just have to aim at Corvash. At least once we kill the Corvash, he has nothing that he uses blue on anymore. He'll take the skull. We'll just kind of let that happen. Not going to go and contest him over it. So we'll throw that down. Doing that will make him do a little bit more damage, but he's going to kill us in 2 skulls anyway, so that makes pretty much no difference. We'll explode. I do not want him getting a random skull, actually, because that will kill out our mana generation. Wouldn't be the worst thing that could happen, but would like to try to avoid it.
Mana surge.
Okay, Kraken, extra turn, please. Let's see it. Perfect. Devour. And we get the kill off the thing. Oh, there we go. That is the Kraken team with all the new troops and the correct corresponding banner of the Kraken banner. It actually worked a lot better than I thought it would. I don't really think it would be too solid of a team on a normal week when the team doesn't have an excessive amount of bonuses. But it's an interesting thematic team for the week. Might even save that on a slot since it is perfectly thematic. Perfectly. Because it uses literally everything from the week, so might as well throw that down. I guess we'll overwrite this one, why not? Let's just go put this in for later. Might even show up for one of the Kraken teams tomorrow, who knows. But we'll throw down our Kraken, throw down our little Johnny, little Jay. Oh, is there a little asterisk thing over it? Throw in our Bonnie. And of course, Skullbeard, can't forget our Skullbeard. Skullbee. And the beard. And we'll just throw down Kraken banner. There we go. Perfect for the week. Oh yay, we did gain a level, so there's our event key, there's our 100 glory. Repair our glory sum. That Nimhanus code still works, does it? Let me go check it real quick. There's another code that they posted on the Discord server a while ago. It's Nimhanus. Well, let me go check it then. Let me go check to make sure that one still works. And if it does, I might as well just post it into my thingy right now. Let's see. Game code. Put that in. Let's see. Invite code. Nimhanus. I'm not a robot. Let's see. Does it still work? It does. Well, let me go use that code for now until it's used up. Might as well. Thank you for letting me know. So we'll put that into our interface then. And then we'll go do the other one a little later as soon as this one goes down to 0. So let me know when this one goes and we'll just have another one up. There we go. There we go. That should still work. It worked for me when I just did it seconds ago. So, should be fine. Also, I just noticed because I did the Nasticus repeat on it, it's showing it twice under the alerts. Fail. Oh well, but let me move that back down. That code should still work. You use it at gemsofwar.com under the game code, and you just put that in there. Actually, let me go post this into chat too. Actually, I think everyone posted in chat enough that you guys know you can just copy paste it from all the other ones. But gives the normal reward of actually, it might give a different reward. Oh no, it looks like it's the same. 3 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Sometimes the one the devs give like trait stones, or one of the really nice ones the devs give sometimes actually gives you 1 of every single runic plus a gem key. Plus the gold and souls too, I think. But it gives like 1 of every runic. It's absolutely amazing. And there's another one that gives like 3 or 2 to every minor trait stone. That one's also pretty nice. Hey, nice coronet. Good troop. Don't really need more of it though. And we're on all 7s for gem keys. That's actually a lot of gem keys. How do I have so many gem keys? The next thing I'll have to spend it on is the mythic next Friday. Not this Friday, but next week's Friday will be the new mythic. And that's probably where all of these gem keys are going. I might throw 50 VIP keys at it, which should be enough. I don't see why it would not be enough. But yeah. Guild keys I'm actually starting to hoard now. The main reason for this is since I got all the Guardians to Mythic, I don't really need to bother ever opening up guild keys again until we need it for something else, some other drop. So I'm kind of just holding them. The devs also said that the new guild things... Oh, actually, this might need to be for everyone. Now that I think of it, if you're pretty close to getting your Guardians already fully upgraded, the devs did say that they are considering to add all of the new guild troops, the one that are going to be coming from Guild Wars. They said that they're likely going to be adding it to guild chests as well. So instead of just getting guild Guardians, you might also be able to get all the new guild troops that are going to be coming. They're going to be starting with 6, but they did say that they're going to be having 1 per kingdom. So would definitely be nice to have them. To have the keys backed up. So yeah, even though I just recently started doing this, now that I think of it, it might actually be good for pretty much everyone to start doing this. If you have your Guardians to Legendary already, you probably just want to save all your guild keys and seals until the 3.0 patch hits, because there'll be more things that will drop in it. Event keys we just save for good events. I personally just save them for whenever a new Legendary comes in, since I already have all legends. Glory keys are just backup, and gold keys I save for new kingdoms. And that's about it. Well, glory keys I kind of save for new kingdoms too, because I need the rare drops off of them. Don't be a robot. Everyone's a robot. No problem for the code, everyone. That's not even my code. I'm pretty sure Nimhane gave it, since it's based on the based on that code. I'm pretty sure Nimhane has something to do with it. But we'll have another one a little bit later. It's not even my code. It was posted by, I assume, Nimhane earlier. Some people were mentioning it, so I figured I just posted it in. But yeah. We'll have another one soon. Oh, did Crowdler give the same code? Well, I probably shouldn't post it then. A bunch of people in chat were saying to post it, but I didn't realize it was from Crowdler or another person. I've been trying not to post people's from other people's things. So let me actually take that off then. Let me go take that off then. Let's see. Actually, I might as well just go put mine up then. Shield your eyes. Well, let me go put up my own then. We'll just put that there for now. Okay, let me just put up my own. Didn't realize that was from Crowdler. I assumed that was from Nimhane or something. But yeah, I don't like posting other people's things. So let me go and just post my own then. Didn't realize it was from that. Okay, so let me go under mine. I already have plenty. I don't need to be posting other people's. I'm actually like backed up as far as how many I have. I'm not even halfway done with my March ones, and we're on like the 20th of March. There's only 4 more days of March, and I still have like 12 more March codes. So we actually have a reserve of them that I might be able to use for things. Some of them I'll probably use on Easter or some other time, I don't know. But we'll just copy that, save it, and put this correct one, beneath us. So double code, if any of you got the other one, but oops. Why are these so uncentered? Oops, not what I meant to click on. Let me move that over. And I'll get it into chat in a second for any of you who just like copy pasting them, which is a lot easier. Let me go and do that, get that to you guys. Let me go get the link as well. I'm pretty sure most of you know it by now, but some people may not. You can just go to gemsofwar.com and click on game code though. I think that's a lot quicker than the link. Because I think you actually have to copy paste the link, and then you'd have to copy paste 2 different things. But there you go. There is the code. There is the website, just gemsofwar.com. Might as well go claim that one too. Maybe we'll get a mythic from it. No, that'd be extremely unlikely. Haven't gotten a legend from one for a while, and I haven't gotten a mythic from a single gem key ever. Like I've gotten it from multiple gem keys, but of course you have more chances then. If you're opening up 10 compared to 1, you have 10 chances, not 1. Of course, obviously. But let me go claim this other one. We just claimed one. I'm pretty sure it'll say I'm a robot now because I've just claimed one and now I claimed another. Oh no, it didn't. Nice. I guess if I only do that multiple times, it'll start doing it. But we'll go claim this. Same reward. You guys know the drill. And let's see what we get from our gem key. Anything? Ah, nice troop. Again, we got 2 really nice troops. Night Coronet and Lava Elemental together. If you were like a level 1 player and got that, you'd have like one of the best setups for low rarity, decent teams. But unfortunately, I have no use for either of them since they're both already at Mythic. Well, what should we throw down then? Let's throw it down our Soul Kraken again. It's actually really similar to what he's using, except with less daemons and more everything else. Yeah, no problem for the code. Spider Queen. What is a good against a Mercy, Valkyrie, Mab, Justice team? Entangle. Entangle just completely destroys it. Because you can't gain attack while you're entangled. One other thing that's really devastating against it, but a lot of people don't have it because it's seasonal, is the Spring Imp. Spring Imp entangles all enemies from its cast, and it is the biggest disable that there is to annoying Courages and annoying Justices, because it just disables out the entire team. They still gain all the HP, of course, but it prevents them from gaining attack. That actually would be pretty cool if they added a way to prevent something from gaining HP. Oh! You know what? Wouldn't that be amazing if they added that to Disease? Like, there's been a lot of suggestions on fixes to Disease, but that would actually be a pretty good one. Like, if they made it impossible to gain armor while you're burned, and make it impossible to gain HP while you're diseased. That would actually make Disease not horrible, though that might make Burn overpowered. But that would definitely make Disease not horrible. Because right now it's currently the worst, absolute worst stats effect. You're doing it again. Stop countering your defense team with your suggestions. Sorry. Everything has a counter. Well, most everything. There's some teams that don't really have too much of a counter, like the Wraith, Bone Dragon, Courage, Famine thing. There are counters to it, but at the end of the day, it's just going to completely destroy you occasionally. Regardless of how badly you counter it, it's just going to get lucky and just completely win. But we'll let it take skulls. It gets absolutely nothing of it because we're using Gorgoltha. Oops, I didn't mean to give it blue. Gosh, I think every single move there would have almost given him something. I was like looking around, it's like every single one. It's like, nope, nope, nope.
Mana surge.
Oh, there we go. Get a little skull poke. Actually, that doesn't even matter. He's using Gorgoltha. Neither of our skulls have any effect. If we do it or he does it, this basically makes no difference at all. Oh, come on, I clicked it. Okay, well, let's go and throw that at greens. Not as important since we're not using Green Seer Giant Spider Loop. We're more using the Kraken. This team's more geared around the Kraken Giant Spider Loop instead. But we'll throw down the Dragon Soul there. Hopefully get a nice cast off here. Not the best board setup, but we got to get rid of it, so we'll just throw it. Good, we get to Devour. No turn, though. And we'll just work down his team. Grave Knight. The other Bone Dragon that doesn't do anything other than just tier. Well, actually, he's not bad. Grave Knight might get some more usage once Bone Dragon actually gets nerfed. because I'm pretty sure they're not touching Grave Knight at all. The Grave Knight's hasn't really needed it. So it would basically just leave, if once they nerf Bone Dragon, and I'm pretty sure they're going to nerf it to the point where he doesn't tear all of your armor, though if they don't do that, that'd be insane. But if they change it so Bone Dragon no longer tears all armor, that might make Mang, the hero weapon of Mang, which you get at 40 red, 40 brown, as well as Grave Knight. It might make both of them a little bit more viable, because you could use them against things like Rowain and Guard's Avatar and other things that boost based on armor, and knock them out before they can do anything. And they get up even quicker than that of Bone Dragon. Or actually, I shouldn't say that. Mang takes 15. Grave Knight gets up quicker. Grave Knight only takes 11 mana. How do guild bonuses work? What do you mean by guild bonuses? There's a few different guild bonuses. What are you referring to as guild bonuses? Are you referring to the extra stats that you get for the guild guardian things? Is that what you're referring to? Like the stats, the guild bonus stats that you get? Because there's a lot of different guild bonuses that you could consider. There's some that are based on the level of your thing. And there's this one, which I think you're referring to, like the attack bonus, the HP or the armor bonus, the HP bonus, and all those. Are those the ones you're referring to? These work by, if you in a given week end up getting a single color all the way up all 12 of the tasks, you will get whatever this bonus is. I believe the cost for this of a single task is around 2.2 million gold, somewhere around that general ballpark. I have a video on it. It was the 3,000 subscriber video I did. It was all over that. I can go get it if you need. Just searching in my little thing, or Gems of War 3,000 subscriber will find it. But I did go over a comprehensive video on all these. But yeah, generally it costs about 2.2 million, somewhere around that general ballpark. I forget the exact number off the top of my head to completely complete our guild task. Has to be all in 1 week. But you'll get this for a week duration. And it's not like until the end of the week. You get it for like a full solid week. So let's say you end up doing this on like a Saturday from your guild. Your guild will then have that bonus from Saturday and then the whole 7 days until that next Saturday. But it just gives you a couple extra stats. The red is attack, blue is armor, green is HP, yellow is HP, then magic, then armor. They're not really worth it unless you can do all of them, because it's kind of a waste going out of your way just to max out one. But once you do all of them, as you can see right here, you do unlock legendary tasks. The legendary tasks are pretty pointless, but they are a thing that occurs. But yeah. What do we even do here? I guess we can throw the same thing. Kind of anti-skull. We get the Devour on one of them. Yeah, code should still work. We just posted it like 5 minutes ago. Should work for a while. So, should be good to go. Okay, so we'll just take the purple. Oh, he's gonna get red. Oops. What banner would you go with for 3 times Humility Draculus? Double yellow. Anytime you're using 2 or more Humility, you will want to go with a double yellow, just to make sure you can spam your Humility as much as possible. The only instance where that it may not be true is if you do Humility, Bone Dragon, Draculus. That particular team, it is actually better to go brown-purple than it is to go double yellow. That's like the only instance I can really think of where you would switch that banner up. But yeah, generally you just go and spam the double yellow, get the Humilities looping, then you just essentially get infinite stats. Of course, it takes you're obviously not going to stay there until you get max stats, but that would essentially just be infinite stats once you get it rolling with a good enough board. It might be something that's pretty viable to do once the new guild system comes out. We don't know exactly what the point system will be based on, but if it's based on your total stats of your troops when you actually end the battle in any way, shape, or form, I'm pretty sure people will be using a lot of double humility, or at least on the yellow day, they will definitely be using double humility. Okay, so let's throw down Dragon Soul. Which super defend team are you referring to? The humility one? I wouldn't advise doing the humility one if you don't have it fully traded. Even fully traded, I don't know how well it works. Probably isn't worth it. I've never really had much of an issue really facing it. I think I've only lost once against humility, Draculus, humility, and that's just because it just gains so much magic sometimes. depending on how things go down, especially if you do AoE against it, like all the dragons and stuff that hit all the enemies. But pretty easy to counter as long as you switch your team for it. Oops, let's take it that way. What do we throw? I guess, actually I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have done Kraken first, because now he won't take skulls. Oh, we still get a turn out of it. Nice, nice. Gosh, oh, that worked out, I guess. And then we just do Dragon Soul for the win. Actually, we would have won if we could have gotten that extra turn right there. What defend team is not easy to counter? The Wraith Bone Dragon. The Wraith Bone Dragon or the Manicore Bone Dragon is not easy to counter. It does kind of require a famine. If you don't have a famine, you can kind of make a Manicore version of it, but it's the famine one that's excessively annoying. It's the exact team is Courage. Actually, this might be it right here in the middle. Is that an example of it? No, that's not it. Oh, we're not going to get an example of it. Come on, we always get it earlier. Whenever we don't want to see it, we'll get it like constantly. And whenever I want to see it, I'll never get it. But the team is Bone Dragon, or sorry, the team is Wraith, Bone Dragon, Courage, and Famine is the team. See if we can find one real quick. I'll only repick a couple times. Come on. Every time I want to see it, I'll never find it. Okay, we're just gonna go with this. Hey, he's using the... Oh, let's mirror him. Let's mirror him. We're gonna mirror him. Oops, what exactly is he using? Let's see. Oh, never mind. We're using... There we go. And let's go and throw the frozen banner at it. There we go. Okay, let's mirror him for fun. Anytime I do a mirror match, it's kind of unfair because I already have the advantage unless they're maxed out because all my things are higher stats than them. Like, if we check the stats right now, we're using the exact same team. Mythic fully traded, but I'm probably still going to have higher stats. Oh, wait, it might actually be the same. Maybe we have higher magic. 29? Oh, no, this guy's actually fully maxed out just like us. Nice. Okay, never mind. This is literally a mirror match. All stats the same, all everything the same. He has the exact same stats as us, which means he has maxed out every single kingdom. So, that's nice. So we get to see exactly the same thing against the same thing. Though we do have first turn advantage. The player always has first turn advantage, so it's kind of hard to kind of test the team against the team. Because the player just would always have the advantage. You'd pretty much always win because first turn advantage in any game is pretty huge. And in the way that Gems of War is currently set up, the player always, 100% of the time, has first turn advantage. That'd be insanely annoying if they ever added anything that didn't, that would kind of change that up. I did mention that like a while back, like over a year ago. I said that they should add a trait where if you have it on a troop, the AI, like add a troop that you could put on your defend team. And if, kind of like how Defender works, where it gives like 3 armor, but have it like, if you put this on your defend team, your defend team will automatically go first. That would kind of be cool. Would be really, really annoying though. It'd probably also be pretty overpowered because the AI going first, while that doesn't seem like it would be too big a deal, of course, if there's a bunch of extra turns on the starting board, they would get a huge advantage. Oh gosh, speaking of huge advantage, there goes the kill right there. I'm actually just going to kill him out since he does such a huge amount of generation. Well, mirror match, we're actually pretty even here. That skull hurts. Whoa, wow. 55 damage skull. Do have to be careful of that. I almost forgot. Bonnie Rose is insane this week with her skull damage. Can't just let him take them. So we'll have to focus on those. I should probably not do a single Lil Johnny again for the rest of this battle. He's just way too inconsistent to land anything. Even with maps. Unless you can get like 2 maps on him, he's really not going to land anything. Okay, we didn't hit the green. There's a chance he could win. I have no clue how much gold he has, so I don't know if he has enough damage to kill us or not with his Bonnie Rose. But I will throw our Bonnie Rose at him. That'll bring it down to a 1-shot range with our skull. Hopefully we can get one of those. We'll just take our greens. Hopefully he'll miss his skulls right here. Oh no, he's not even going for it. Okay, 40 damage. He does not have anywhere near as much gold. Actually, we can determine how much gold he has right now by that. Oh, he has basically none. He only had 10 gold. Now he has 25 gold. I'll need to keep tabs on that. Unfortunately, there's no way to actually see what your enemy gold is. But now we know he has 25 as of this current moment. So we'll keep that tracked so we know how much Bonnie will do.
Mana surge.
Oh, speaking of that, never mind. Don't need to track it anymore. Well, that was short-lived. Already dead. And, oh, I can't Kraken him. Oh, I forgot. I can't Kraken him. He has impervious last slot. Little Johnny has impervious. That's actually the whole reason they kind of gave him impervious, is so that Kraken can't hit him. I'm kind of surprised they didn't give him like a new trait that would give bonus to last troops that are used in like last slot. Kind of like leadership, except for reverse for any of them in the last slot. Kind of surprised they didn't introduce something like that, because Little Johnny is almost always used last slot in a team. It's kind of funny because some of the troops that they have right now that do have a trait that work if they're in last slot, they're not even really used in last slot that often. Yet something that is used in last slot, like always, doesn't even have it. Doesn't make any sense. But anyways, this battle is pretty much wrapped up. So you tried the Wraith, Courage, Bone Dragon, Famine team, and you always beat them, but annoying to see the same thing all the time. Yeah, it is pretty annoying. It's definitely really, really annoying, and I'm really looking forward to the next patch because of that. It'll definitely change things up quite a bit. Not to mention the new Guild Wars system will be changing how you can really make defend teams. We're going to be seeing a lot of interesting defend teams that we've never seen before with the new guild system. They're going to be really annoying and probably spam like crazy after like a few weeks. But initially, there's going to be some really creative teams that will come out of it. Because once the new guild system comes out, you'll have to start countering per the day as far as the teams that you'll see for it. So you're going to see like random troops that you may have never really seen that just randomly remove brown whenever they cast. Because on a brown day, you'd always want to remove the brown. And if you actually have a troop on your team that always removes brown, then you kind of have the advantage there, since your AI would always work correctly to remove the correct color. I think the most annoying day will probably be yellow, mainly because there is Spirit Fox with Empowered, which can remove yellow instantly as soon as the battle starts. And they'll probably put like double on it and just make it insanely annoying, like Spirit Fox team. But we'll see how it goes, because there'll be a lot of creativity that we'll do for not only pure color teams, but for counter pure color teams as well. I already have some of my pure color teams. It's why I'm actually not overwriting a lot of my stuff. I have all of these ready. I'll probably be doing some videos on them. I've done them on streams before, every single one of these. I will be making some cheaper ones when it comes around to that time, because a lot of these are pretty expensive. Almost every single one of these I have is using at least one mythic. Because to be able to cover every single color, you would actually have to have a mythic on the team, unless you use like Hero with Prismatic Orb or something like that. That could cover it too, but realistically, you'd go with a mythic on most of them. But and we'll be making some lower value teams later once we actually once we actually get started in it and see how it works. But you do get the highest bonus once the Guild Wars comes out of using the exact same pure color. So let's try throwing down a pure green at it, see how that pans out for this battle right here. Every single defend team would have the that troop then. I know, pretty much. Like on the yellow day, like every single team's gonna have like a Spirit Fox or something. But oh no, we'll see how it works out. There definitely could be some really annoying things that could occur, and it probably will. They'll likely have to do a lot of rebalance after next patch. Like they're already doing a lot of balance for next patch, but they're gonna realize things that are broken that they've never even seen before. Because there's gonna be a lot of different things that will start being used once they get that out. Because some troops that like are never really used right now are probably gonna start getting used. Let's see. Well, we can't do anything here. We can do it on green, but we're frozen. I can't take the reds or we lose our turn. Well, we lose them on green as well. I think that's our best move here, though, just to use on green. There we go. He does get red out of it, but at least it means he doesn't get... Oh, actually, that would have been nice if we would have taken that skull. Okay, so not much really occurred there. We're still frozen, so that's really annoying. Not much I can really do to get out of that. We'll just throw Kraken, hopefully not miss, even if it does. There we go. Shouldn't matter since he doesn't use blue. So, okay, that will be annoying. Too bad I have no way of denying that color. Luckily, it's not really on the board to begin with, so we'll just take that. Hopefully get a Web Spinner cast right now. And if we do, looks like a decent amount of blue on the board, as long as he doesn't ruin it too much. Oh, we actually did it on slightly on green. Speaking about slightly on green, I'm going to use her instead on green. Hopefully she will cleanse herself next turn. So let's do that, get our re-entangle, and hopefully start throwing this Web Spinner out. Come on. Come on, get unfrozen already. Well, we're going to lose our turn here, but that will give us poisons. Oh, I gave him green. That will be annoying since he does use a famine. He is 1 mana short, so that's good. At least he'll waste 1 turn right here. So he does have a famine, so that's still really annoying. How are we still frozen? Well, at least we're not frozen on blue. So we can take that. We're frozen on green, though, but we got to throw it. He's just going to famine us anyways. Oh, there goes our turn. Oh, he's going to get us. Oh, wait. He didn't do it. Why are you still frozen? Please. Gosh. Well, got to throw a Kraken. Please devour. Yeah. Okay, all is good. Oh, even if we didn't get the devour, we got the extra turn there, so. Oh, actually went pretty well for being frozen on green like the entire battle, given that we did a pure green team. But yeah, things like that is just things that you'll have to do like next patch when we do the Guild Wars stuff. Using pure color teams like that. Let's see, what other pure color team we can use? Might as well go down the line. What is this guy here? Though the only problem is the teams that you're actually going to be battling will be trying to counter out that color. So it'll actually be a little bit harder than these kind of battles we do now. Speaking about harder, Bone Dragon. What do I even do to counter this? I just like see the Serpentine Daggers like we can't, or this Assassin is like, oh no, he's actually using Archer class. Never mind. It's not as bad. That's not as bad as all. Actually, we'll just throw Daemons at it. Why not? Sure, we'll go with this. Yeah, the enemy team can cascade forever sometimes. Normally, if you try for the main reason for this is there's a lot of moves the AI tends to do that players don't tend to go for that you actually get dropped gems from. Because you do normally need to look out for those. Like, for example, we can take this yellow and staircase it into purple and then into the reds. But it'll actually be better if we just take these purples and then try aiming for that red. We'll also be able to aim for that green. But if we take it this way, we'll have a chance of getting a 5 times. So we'll go for that. We don't get it, but at least we had a chance of getting it. But it's things like those where you do need to try aiming for the sky gems. And where it may seem like the AI is doing some really weird moves sometimes, it is normally because, well, it just happens to be aiming for areas that does end up getting sky gems, which is how it does get the cascades sometimes. You can do the same thing. It's just most players don't bother actually aiming for areas like that. Normally they just aim on like something like that, which is actually on the board, which is sometimes a good move to do because you actually know where it's going to go. But it is good to also aim for areas where you don't know where it's going to go. You can just kind of hope that you get lucky enough that it will land. But we'll throw this out, get our extra turn. Probably throw up Amnesia after that. We have a Famine as backup if we need. Our main damage source is actually our, surprisingly, Traxxas. So it's kind of nice that he did get a buff recently because he works pretty well for this particular team that we're using him in. That's actually why I slotted him there. That and we needed a red, so why not? We gives us all the brown we need for our quick Gorgulfa. He also gives it to our Famine if we need the excess. I'm going to wait a turn. Actually, we're just going to put the Skull, and then we're going to Famine, probably on the Bone Dragon, waiting until he gets full mana on something like that. There we go. And we'll just toss that at the Bone Dragon. That'll clear out all of his mana. Then we can just Gorgulfa into our... Gorgulfa into the Traxxas, and then into the Famine, and then that should pretty much be a match, or really close to it. That'll be enough to kill all of them except one. Doesn't look like we have extra turn though, but I'm still gonna have to go for it even if it is not. We still get some mana from it regardless, which is nice. So we'll get the brown right there, might even get one off of there. Could have gotten one right down there too. We do give him some free brown and a skull, but we have Gorgulfa there, so still keeps tanking out nicely. Famine we can get to clear that out some. Do we bother? I think I'm gonna take... Actually, let me take that. I was going to take the purple and hope for one off the top. Don't really need either of those manas though, so kind of not really needed. We'll just aim this at yellow. That should be enough to get him up. Good. And then we'll just toss that out, and that's the battle right there. Did we get it? Yeah, he's not going to do anything this turn. And doesn't even matter what we do here. It's enough damage to kill. And there we go. Hey, he kind of has a similar appearance to us. Except he didn't go with the full facial. He just went with the side. So, would you say Humility is the best troop in the game, or no? Humility is by no means the best. It's definitely high up there. Humility is the best troop to buff magic, but it's not by any means the overall best. It's one of the overall best, but I I normally just use it, if I am going to use a humility team, I normally use it under these circumstances. It works for both defend and invade. Humility, Bone Dragon, and then either a Crimson Bat or a Draculus. If you have a Draculus, of course, just use a Draculus, as it would be better here. But you can get away with using Crimson Bat there as well. But if you use Draculus, it actually covers every color. You can either go brown-purple or double yellow. Really depends on your preference, especially if you're invading with it. For defend, I'd pretty much just always go brown-purple, though, just so the AI gets a quick Bone Dragon and just be annoying with the Bone Dragon. But I tend to use brown-purple too to do the exact same thing. Just to keep spamming the Bone Dragon. You can just use the Bone Dragon on the team as more of a backup, but we're using him kind of as a primary damage source instead of just focusing on him as the backup troop. But let me just fix this one tab real quick. Make sure that's working. Let me move that out the way. Move that back down, and should be good to go. Oops. And now we should be good to go. Hate when this tab keeps messing up. Keeps doing that like every hour. Let's see, is my chat working too? Might as well go check that too. It's not, the one isn't wanting to scroll, but the other one seems to be working fine. Why the random Bone Dragon? To cover all the purple, or to color all the colors, and also to get the skull spam. Bone Dragon's just so powerful right now that we can get away with using him, even with a troop that barely uses skulls at all. We can get him up pretty quickly, and any skulls that he ends up taking the enemy, we'll just be able to utilize, since we gain extra armor and magic every single time he does one of those. So it kind of helps us too, even if we do end up missing some. Of course, we won't really miss like hugely, since we will be able to just get that pretty much every single time, just spam the heavy spam. But like for example, if we just leave like a single skull over there, once he hits through our armor, he's going to start giving us a decent amount of magic. But we'll poke on there. He will get. Oh, I was trying to do it in a way that he would give us yellows, but I accidentally gave him the extra turn on skulls, so now he gets the yellow instead of us. So that didn't quite work out perfectly. But he does get barrier right there. That's going to be a bit annoying, since we won't be able to kill him as easily. Luckily, he didn't hit one of them out, so we'll just take the skull, and now we'll kill out the annoying Bone Dragon. He didn't revive, so that worked out really nice too. We didn't take any damage on our humilities yet, nor do we really have any mana on it, because I didn't get to take the mana from earlier. Actually, I probably should have taken the red to the yellow. He actually ended up going for that exact move, so I can't even go for it. Oh well. We take a double yellow there. Draculus is a little short. I'm not really going to bother poking a skull on it. Would be better at this point just to skull spam it, since we can't really hit through the barrier. He is going to give us slightly more magic. We'll probably hold the Draculus until we can do something with that. Right now, we're kind of just using the humilities as meat shields, which is we're just kind of doing until we can get our Bone Dragon up. We can focus our mana a little bit more if we really wanted to. Against this particular team, we really have no need to, especially since he keeps barriering. Our Draculus is almost pointless, since it will do 0 damage to the barrier. Actually, let me see something real quick, because I've never actually tested this. Or if I did, I wasn't paying attention when I did. Does hitting a barrier with Draculus, or any lifesteal for that matter, actually steal the HP? So let me test that real quick, because I do not know. So let's see. Do we gain 44 HP right here? Looks like it. Yeah, we do. Okay. So even if it hits barrier, we still gain the HP. That's nice to know. That's a bit broken, though. They should really fix that. But yeah, I guess they did it that way because the way that they set up barrier, I think they made it more geared around Gloomleaf, which is kind of weird. But I think that is why they kind of acts like that, because they did it that way so that Gloomleaf Reflect would still completely reflect even if you barrier it. But it has the side effect that if you do the HP steal, you'll actually gain all the HP, even though you technically did 0 damage to them. So that's kind of interesting. Kind of broken too, since you're kind of stealing life for not doing anything. Let me take this revenge battle real quick. All dragons. Actually, if he's going to go all dragons, so shall we. We'll throw that out. Oh, here's the Dragonian Monk version of it that I was mentioning earlier. Wouldn't armor-piercing team be more viable than other teams? Armor-piercing teams, with Bone Dragon, yes. It's actually why Bone Dragon is used so much, is because of his armor-piercing ability. Using just normal standard armor-piercing teams these days isn't really worth it, mainly because an armor-piercing team cannot get a one-shot. At minimum, they need 2 casts to be able to get a kill, whereas with Skull Spam, pretty much always, it only takes 1 cast to be able to get a kill. And same with loop teams. While it does take a couple casts, it kills everything at once. Whereas the problem with a armor piercing team is there's currently everything that does pierce armor pretty much only pierces one. There are a few things that can pierce multiple. Golem can pierce multiple, and there's a hero weapon that can pierce multiple. But they need to be cast multiple times, and at that point you're better off just using something that can hit all enemies since it doesn't do all at once. And things that do all the things that do all at once, the problem with them is they only hit one target. And because they only hit one target, you will need an additional follow-up damage to be able to get the kill. This is most of the time the case. Earlier on in the game, there are occasional instances where using something like a Mang, hero weapon Mang, or using a Grave Knight will be enough to instantly kill a low HP troop that has a lot of armor. Normally, that will not be the case, though. Unless you happen to be using like a full-on true damage team.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Oh yeah, Blackhawk. You used the redeem code at gemsofwar.com. Macaulay just ended up posting that. Thank you for that. What should we do? We'll throw that down on browns, get our blues, go from there. Just need one more little poke and we're good to go. Didn't get any extra turn off it, but we can just throw down a Christine next and see how that goes. Let's see. What strategy do you suggest with using all three? Oh, we have a team exactly for just that. As far as using all three, we did end up making a funny team. It actually worked pretty well earlier, even though we were kind of doing it just for thematic purposes. But let me go get that team out as soon as we finish this battle. Should be ended right there. Yep, there we go. Get our revive, get our kill. Yeah, Dragonian Monk does help out quite a bit without the with the Wraiths, since it does have the Death Mark protection, and it also has the, especially compared to a Gorgoltho, it's definitely better if you're going to be going up against Wraiths. Consoles, you guys currently don't have it, so you kind of have to just stick with a Gorgoltho if that team is really annoying, the Bone Dragon Wraith team. But on PC Mobile, you can actually get away with just using a Dragonian Monk. It not only has protection against Death Mark, but the barrier it creates is also protection against Death Mark, because if you have a Death Mark active when Death Mark triggers, your troop will survive the Death Mark trigger. So they actually won't die. Barrier will prevent all the damage that the instant kill of Death Mark will do. But whoever just suggested the thing earlier, let me go see. Do we have this right here? Yeah, this is it. Here's using everything. With the Kraken banner, we have Captain Skullbeard, Kraken, Bonnie Rose, Lil Johnny. As far as the optimal banner with this, I'd say you'd probably want to go with something like a, and just go with a +2 blue. The only reason I was using this banner earlier, because everyone was suggesting to, or not everyone, but some people were suggesting that I do the Kraken banner with the Kraken. So we just end up using all the event troops. Captain Skullbeard you get from the event week this week. Kraken you get from event keys, is the legendary in a drop pull. Bonnie Rose is the really good epic that you get from event keys. Lil Johnny you also get from event keys. You also get it for free from just doing a bunch of treasure maps this week. So we got literally everything. We got the Kraken banner going completely Blackhawk for the week. Kraken replacement, if you do not have a Kraken, you put in Tyree. The exact team is this exact team, except you put a Tyree there instead. Tyree is a rogue, so it gives you even more of a bonus. Tyree can also farm you maps, which will help you with your Little Johnny. So yeah, it's pretty much the exact same team with or without a Kraken, for the most part. The main thing with playing it with a Kraken is you mainly aim to try to keep the blues on the board. If you were to do it with a Tyree, you try removing away the, or you just basically try removing away mana to get all the mana that you need. You'd use the Skullbeard first to get your initial mana generation, and then kind of go from there. Let's see, is this enough damage? Oh yeah, it is, because she has 50% this week, it is. On a normal week, that wouldn't have been enough to kill, but she's on extremely powerful. Bonnie Rose, if you don't have a Bonnie Rose yet, I would definitely suggest doing event keys. Even if you don't get a Kraken from it, if you don't have a Bonnie Rose yet, she's absolutely insane how strong she is. I might actually, just her alone might be the reason why I spend event keys on my Let's Play account this week. Because I've really been wanting to try Bonnie Rose earlier on in the game, because I haven't been able to yet. The main problem with using her excessively late at this high of a level is on a given week where she has 0% bonus, she actually can't kill most troops, even if you get like the max gold. But earlier on in the game, she just instantly kills everything like they're nothing. because she can, regardless of how early on in the game you are, regardless of what her level is, you can actually gain a minimum of 50 extra damage from her just from getting the cap of 100 gold. So definitely really powerful, since you would then be hitting like 55 with her, even if you had her just got her from absolutely nothing. So definitely very potent. Okay, so there's really no point in casting. Actually, Little Johnny is almost pointless on this team. If you can't get map farm, he kind of can't really do much. We'll just go for blue, I guess. Get Bonnie. Or actually, we already had Bonnie, didn't we? How much damage is that? 30, 65. That's not enough to kill anything. So we'll try for some more gold. If we can just get one extra turn, definitely 2 would be enough. But if we can just get 1, there we go. There's 1. I don't know if that's enough damage yet. Oh, that might be 2. But that's definitely enough to kill him, that's for sure. Let's see. Can we get away with... Actually, I don't even need to. I can just Kraken into Bonnie Rose, and that's mapped right there. Perfect. There we go. I can't believe this actually works. There's really no need to have the double brown, though, because we don't use it at all, but it works. It actually works. I did not expect that team to actually work when I initially did it earlier this stream, but it does. I actually haven't lost with it yet, too, which is kind of nice. Of course, the main reason it's doing so good is every single one of these troops is the event troops, so they have like so much extra stats. That's definitely contributing to this winning rate a lot with it. But it's not that bad of a combo. I definitely say replace this out. If this wasn't an event week, I'd definitely say replace this out with a Tyree anyways, the Kraken. Gives you a lot more board control, reduces your damage by quite a bit, but you can get away with just killing everything with Bonnie Rose. She is enough to kill everything. And if you were using a Tyree, you'd eventually get enough maps where Little Johnny can just spam his skulls every single time, which is pretty nice as well. But we'll just take that, get our Kraken mana up, throw Kraken as long as he doesn't take the blues, otherwise we'll explode the board. Okay, so we explode the board. And then we'll maybe throw Bonnie. I do not want to have to deal with that. Never mind. A Great Maul, I was going to say, but he's already down. So we don't need to deal with him. Throw the Kraken. Get that off. Hopefully get Devourer. No, we don't. We don't even get the extra turn. Don't even get any mana we need. Oh, there we go. Never mind. So that kind of helps. Bonnie, still not enough gold. I'll just take a standard Skull. Skulls are so heavy on these teams because of how high Bonnie and Skullbeard has this week. Speaking of Skullbeard, should I throw it? It's only 50 damage. So, no. Let's actually throw him down. Not much we can really get out of it, but as long as we hit a skull, it's fine. So that's good. Go take a skull. We'll Blackbeard or Skullbeard. I mean Blackbeard. Arrgh. No. Okay, that won't be enough damage if we explode. I might just Bonnie him for convenience. So we'll just throw that down. Give us a little bit of gold. So there we go, a little bit more damage. We'll throw the explosion down, get our manas we need. Hopefully throw that into Kraken, go from there.
Mana surge.
Oh yeah, Spirit Fox is pretty annoying. Empowered Spirit Fox. What's pretty funny is I suggested this a while back, and it's actually really good if you don't have if you're on a low budget for a team. If you're like just starting out. Spirit Fox, Templar, and Spirit Fox. It not only covers every single color, it's also excessively annoying if you could somehow get it fully traded. If you're like a really, really new player, you probably won't be able to get it fully traded immediately. But it is pretty insane. Fully traded Spirit Fox, 2 of them, or 3 of them. Spirit Fox, Spirit Fox, Templar, Spirit Fox is absolutely insane how weird that team is. Works really well. It's the cheapest team you can build that kind of covers like the board control and everything of every color. Plus you get the spam off your Spirit Fox. And if you aim all 3 of the Spirit Fox at a single target, you can actually kill pretty much everything in the game with it. Sometimes even 2 Spirit Foxes is enough to get a kill, depending on what your magic and how many yellows are on the board. What banner for this team? This team that I'm using right now, I'm using it with a Kraken banner. I'm doing this mainly for thematic reasons, but I think the best banner for this would probably be double blue. There's really no need for the double brown, and plus we're getting -1 purple, which is a bit annoying, but kind of is still working out. Hey, here's another all-pirate team. Deckhand is an interesting troop. I haven't bothered really using him much. He will probably be used quite a bit on pure blue days when the next patch comes out of 3.0, because he is one of the only blues, or one of a couple, that can create additional blues. So he'll probably be pretty popular since the entire team will be blue. Though I think even Captain Skullbeard may be pretty popular on blue days. It would either be a Captain Skullbeard or a Christinax. It would be pretty impossible to do both of them. But having something like him on a team, he can explode, which would indeed give you the mana you need on pretty much everything. So he could be pretty useful for when next patch hits as well. And most people will have Skullbeard to Legendary or Mythic by the end of this week. Not only from just buying a bunch of him from the event to get all the green blues, which you should definitely do, but most will also have it upgraded if you do any event keys. You'll most likely get him pretty close to Mythic, or at least several copies of him closer towards it. We'll throw that down. Okay, we'll go on that. And I think because Bonnie is so high this week that we can actually kill that out. Actually, do we take the skull or do we not take the skull? That's not enough damage. But if we get an extra turn somehow, that will be enough damage. The only problem is there's no way we can get an extra turn from doing this. It doesn't look like. Unless we just randomly get a 4 times up this area, which would be almost impossible. So I may just throw it at it. I'm just scared of how much mana he's going to get here. Actually, he's only going to get the yellow. He doesn't use the brown at all. He's also going to give us a yellow extra turn. So I think I'm just going to do that. Bonnie Rose is enough. So, oh, wait. Oh, Bonnie Rose is not enough. Oh, well, we can probably get it from the explosion right here. He'll give us the yellow anyways. So there we go. Get that out of the way. We get some red out of it too for Bonnie. And it should be enough damage to kill him. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that worked out then. Not perfectly, but it worked. Okay, so he'll take his skull. We'll go in red. Throw to Bonnie somewheres. Actually, I might get more first. Well, we already have full mana, so there's really no point in doing Skullbeard right now. Not enough blue to really go on Kraken. Hopefully he won't go for it. He probably will, though. I'll just poke him, I guess. I probably should have aimed at Kraken instead. Yeah, he just go for blue. A little annoying. He's just going to do attack buff, though, so that's nothing to worry about. So he'll go in there, get himself some more attack. I think there's enough blue that we could try. We'll go for it. Oh, come on. Cast it. Please get a Devour, too. Come on, let's see the Devour. No Devour, but we do get the turn, so double turn, so that's nice. Do we Bonnie for the kill? I think we do. Could be enough damage. Yeah, there's way more than enough damage. So we'll kill that out. Try getting another explosion, get our manas back. Be good from there. Oh, hello! Who is this on the Gems of War account? Is it Salty? Oh, I had a question for you and I completely forgot what it was. Oh yeah, Salty, I do remember what it is. Are you guys doing a actual preview video for the 3.0 preview or not? I would love to know. I heard some word that you guys were, but I assume you guys would kind of already have it by now, because I saw that you guys said the final preview thingy thing on the forum. But are you guys still doing a preview video for it? It's always Salty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it probably is always Salty these days. But yeah, are you guys still making a video for it? Let me know. I know, you guys are very busy, I would assume. But is that a yes or a no to the video? Because you guys did say earlier that you would. I just don't know if that's still a thing. Because it'd be the first major patch that would ever not have it if you guys don't. So that's a maybe and a soon TM. Oh, not a maybe. Hopefully the soon TM. Everyone's favorite answers. Yep, pretty much. We'll just throw on greens. Oh no, not a skull. Oh wow, did he actually? Oh gosh, he has 95 attack. Okay, well you definitely got quite a bit of attack this week. We'll just throw this down. Probably give him even more skulls to hit us with. Actually, you might just be safer getting Bonnie Rose mana. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to get it, so hopefully this won't miss. Okay, good. That would have missed. He could have actually won with enough extra turns. And we get a little bit of everything. Gloomleaf team suggestions and banner. Not too huge of a fan of Gloomleaf at this current moment. It is being buffed next patch. We don't know what to. Salty may know. No, he probably wouldn't tell, or she wouldn't tell us even if she knew. But I'm gonna go do a Gloomleaf right now. Gloomleaf, not too many teams we can really build around right now. It is nice having a Dryad on it. It not only has no mana conflict, it gives it a barrier, which is good since it can... Gloomleaf actually, if you have it fully traded, will still... I mentioned this earlier too. It will still reflect all of the damage even if it gets barriered. So that's a nice little benefit for it. So it's normally good to do a Dryad on it. The rest of the team really depends on what you want to use. What colors do we not use off of this? Purple and brown. We can't really get away with a Bone Dragon because Gloomleaf destroys armor, and it would just get in the way. They'd get in the way of each other. So we can't go with a Bone Dragon. And we can't really go with other things. Is there a brown-blue true damage under either of these two? Because that would work. We could maybe do a Corvash with something else. So we'll throw the Corvash, sure. And we'll need to get something else for true damage under the category of purple, which is definitely quite a few options. We might go with an Amera. We might go with a... actually, it'd probably be a good idea to go purple-green right now. Purple-green. There's Spirit Fox. That's the only one I could possibly think of right now that does true damage off of purple-green. Kraken, don't really need in this kind of team. Plague actually wouldn't be horrible, but I'm pretty sure most of you don't have Plague. Siren wouldn't be horrible, especially fully traded. Let's just try the Spirit Fox, probably. I don't think there's another option. Thorn Knight, not worth it. Tyree, Unicorn, is useless. Oh, Vinoxia! Hello! That actually works out nice, because it will feed us the blues we need too. Oh, Vinoxia last slot. That doesn't make any sense at all. But I don't have anywhere to put it where it will work with the Dryad. I guess we can go all out with it. Oh no, that does seem a bit weird though. Let's go with this order and see what happens. Okay. And Banner, we'll just want to go with a double blue. Is there a double blue that we can do a little bit more off of? No, we're kind of already covering every color. I guess we... Actually, yes, we can. We can go the Frozen Banner. We'll get a -1 on our red, but in case Gloomleaf dies, it'll be a bit better since we'll still have the full effect, and we don't have anything that will use red then. So we'll just go with this, +2 blue, +1 purple, -1 red. We're still getting a +1 green too because Dryad has on its slash trait. So it's not like we're taking away everything from our Gloomleaf. So let's see what happens with this. I've actually never used this exact team before. So we'll see what happens here. How about Mimic? Mimic is horrible. You use Scion. Oh, you use Scion with what? With Gloomleaf or with Vinoxia? Or with... What do you use Scion with? We did a Scion team earlier randomly, out of nowhere, to counter out one of the other teams we were up against. I'm normally not a huge fan of Scion. It's not a horrible troop, it's just not too useful. Like, it has, on paper, it has like an insanely good final trait. You just don't really get to use it that much unless you do Skull Spam. And the main issue that normally happens with first lot Scion is Scion, especially for Daemon, has an extremely low attack value, and it has such a low attack value that it's normally not even worth using in first lot. The only time I tend to use it is against a Gorgultha, because against a Gorgultha, your skulls are already going to be doing nothing. And since it gets so much mana so quick from explosions, everything, it's normally nice to counter it out with it. Also, it has a famine right now. That is really bad. Nothing I can do about that. I'm actually going to deliberately take reds here, even though we get less mana for it. The reason for this is we'll take slightly less damage from famine by like 1, maybe. That makes almost no difference, but it does make a slight difference by barely any. Actually, would have reduced the amount of damage he does by 2. So we saved 2 HP right there by doing the red take, because we have -1 on red right now. Looks like we are about to lose though, as it should happen against a Bone Dragon team. No, we should have a chance right here. The main problem I'm having right now is we cannot get... there we go. We cannot get the Dryad's mana up, which is really important to have. We'll throw this out. Good, it's not frozen anymore, so hopefully we'll get a extra turn. It misses. No. If it could Skull Spam right now, I think it would kill itself. We'll find out in a moment. Come on, die. Oh, it has double courage. Never mind. It's never going to die to a Gloomleaf. It's using double courage. Fail. But yeah, Gloomleaf I find to be an excessively weak troop right now. It's actually why it's being buffed next patch. A lot of people find it to be really weak. Probably among one of the least used legends, at least this late in the game anyways. It used to be really good back in the day, but on the current scaling of the game it isn't. So we'll see what it is like next patch. Personally, I absolutely hate it, and yeah, the true damage team didn't work with it. I was hoping we could get it off. We didn't even... I think the main problem is I couldn't get a Corvash off. If we could have gotten Corvash out there, that probably would have been able to make all the difference, because Corvash is pretty useful at disabling, even with his higher mana cost and everything. So here's a pretty traditional Corvash, Valkyrie, Queen Map team, just with a Kraken thrown into it. Makes sense. Guess we could throw our own Kraken at it. What should we throw? Corvash isn't too big a deal right now. Don't really need to go with the skull spam since he's just going to do that. Oh, we could go Justice Team. Justice Team is pretty similar to what he's actually using right now. His is more of a defensive version, though. One pretty good thing about the Corvash Queen Map combo is even if they have immunity to freeze, like, for example, my Queen Map, he can still stun it. I mean, he can still freeze it because it will get the stun off, and then he'll get the freeze instantly afterwards. And as long as your Corvash is in front of your other troop, it'll stun it, and then it'll place the freeze. So it'll place it in the correct order. We end up testing that the other week, and it actually ended up going perfectly. So that's interesting. Which team did you used to play a lot? This one? Or was it the other one mentioned in chat? This one used to be insanely powerful, especially with the one that I think got the most popular was before Corvash got nerfed, of course, was Corvash, Valkyrie, Queen Mab, and Mercy. That team was insanely overused before Corvash got nerfed. Then everyone just started using the Bone Dragon thing. Because at that point, you might as well have, since this team was nowhere near as effective. This team is still good, just not as good as it used to be. Also, if I could get a start, that would be great. We need to get Valkyrie up, and we can kind of get this rolling. Until then, we don't really have enough board control, since everything we do is completely random until we get our Valkyrie up. But once we get that Valkyrie up, it's pretty much over. There we go, it's over. Oh no, we didn't surge! He doesn't even have anything to stop it, and then I just give him a purple. Luckily, we have insulated there. Oh, I'm using my... Oops, I'm using the incorrect class, but it ended up saving me by not getting frozen. Good job. Well, that was a mistake, but it worked out. I didn't mean to be using this class. Ideally, we'd be using Archer fully traded, or Assassin fully traded would be the best first slot for this particular team. Yeah, I didn't mean to use this. This was still from when I was doing the Explore team and everything earlier. Ooh, a little bit short on that. That's a bit unfortunate, but looks like we do have a decent enough... Oh no, don't take blues! We need those blues. But we do have a decent enough now. We'll might miss now because he got rid of quite a few. We do get it. Okay, we take our blues, and hopefully we can just spam this out. Let's do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not enough. We could Valkyrie it. Don't need any mana though, so we'll hopefully get it on skulls until we can get a Queen Mab opening. And actually, we don't even need a Queen Mab opening. Never mind. We have so many skulls on the board right now, we can just keep spamming this until we win. Or we can miss. That works too. Okay, we'll throw a Queen Mab. Don't even actually need it. Why did I do that? That was completely unnecessary because we already have enough skull damage to kill them out, so that was not needed. So we just take a skull, take another skull, and it's over. Can we get it off? Yeah. Come on, extra turn, and we win if we do. Come on, cascade into one. There we go. Didn't get the extra turn, but we got the cascade. That worked out. You're gonna try Yeti, Gloomleaf, Dryad, and Scion. Blue-green banner. I don't know quite about the Yeti. That may end up working, though. The main thing I could see going wrong is it wouldn't be able to win quick enough. Oh, finally! I can't believe this. We weren't able to find this for such a long duration, and someone was asking me to do a counter to this team. Yeah, I normally just do this. There's really two ways around this. You could either do Gorgultha, Christinex, Dragon Soul, Selvhina Mora, which is super tanky, but you could get died to the death mark. This is also the only option you would have if you're a console player. Or the other option is this one. It's actually why I have both of these saved, just to counter out these same. It's Dragonian Monk, Christinex, Dragon Soul, Christinex. You can change this up a little bit. You can place the Selvhina Mora here. Actually, I think I'm going to do just that, just because I do want to get him entangled to make sure Bone Dragon doesn't get the super kill on us. But there we go. And we'll just run with this, and counters out pretty well. As I say that, I'll probably lose. But, oh, it was you. Hello, Nate. But yeah, we can finally counter this out now. The main thing that counters it, though, is a Dragonian Monk. As long as you have that, you're pretty much good to go. Everything about him counters Wraith really well, which is kind of nice. The only thing he doesn't have to counter Wraith is immunity to freeze, but he does have immunity to Death Mark, so he covers that. The barrier also helps a lot with Death Mark, as I mentioned earlier. Having Death Mark on, or having barrier on a troop that's Death Marked, if that barrier triggers on the Death Mark, it will not die, and the Death Mark will just go off. So it's kind of nice, really good against being able to spam. We can just use Selvhina Mora, or any Tangler for that matter. Selvhina Mora is just the easiest to get off when fully traded, but that will make sure he cannot do anything. He can, anything that has 0 attack or entangle can still place their effects when they, Oh, what should I do here? Okay, we'll just do it on green. They can still place their effect when they get a critical, but when they take a standard 3-pair like that, they wouldn't actually place it. But if they took like a critical from a 4 times or a 5 times or a skull spam, they would still place the status effect. But of course, you wouldn't have to deal with Death Mark because there's immunity to it. And you wouldn't have to deal with most of the damage because you'd be entangled. So it would only do like 10 or so damage, maybe even less. Sometimes slightly more, depending on how clumpy the skulls are. But we can just throw this down, maybe get a skull there to distract him, or a double skull, either the locations to take for ourselves, neither of which we get. But we can just throw into Christinex and end it, or do a Dragon Soul into Christinex to get max souls. Don't really need the souls too much, so we'll just drop that. Hey, we got the extra turn anyway, so it was still going somehow. Hey, we get a map too. And oh, 8. Oh, only 8. Only. Haven't gotten over a 15-time Cascade for a while. Actually, 15 times. I don't even think I've done it 15 times recently. Actually, the most highest I could think of off the top of my head was like 12. I think it was last Friday, 12 times Cascade. Don't normally see too many above 10 these days. Too bad it doesn't give you something special for 10. It only gives you something at 7, which is a single treasure map, which isn't really too useful, especially if you're like me and have over 1,000 of them, doing absolutely nothing, just sitting in a pile somewhere, just gathering dust. Oops, I shouldn't have done this team against this specific team. If they don't have a Wraith, I normally like going Gorgotha instead, simply because it's tankier against a Bone Dragon or any Skull Spammer for that matter. But we can still throw this down. The main issue that happens with this kind of team is if you don't get a Sevhina more, if you don't have a good enough starting board, the main issue that will occur is you can't get the Entangle off, and then it will just kill your Dragonian Monk in like seconds. So it doesn't normally work out that way. We'll throw down on Dragon Soul, get that off, go into Christinex, and see what we can do from there. He'll take a skull, we'll take the purple because we're not frozen on it. Actually, I don't even need to. I'm going to not take it because we get more purple mana for our Dragon Soul if I don't. So we'll just do that. And it's not enough for full mana, or now it is. Never mind. So good thing we left it there. We'll just throw another one, throw down Christinex. Actually, I probably should have thrown Christinex there first. We could have done it on blue to get an extra turn, and then done Dragon Soul. That would have been a lot better than what just happened. Oh well, didn't see it. I didn't see it before I clicked, so oh well. And then we could just throw Sevhina more into Dragon Soul, and that's a match. If we even get it, that is. And not get the mana for it. We'll leave that skull there. We'll also take it in a way that we could possibly take that skull to end it. We don't get it, but at least he'll waste his turn on the skull. Then we could just Dragon Soul, and that's match. And actually, I should have taken that skull. Could have saved those seconds. That would have saved us like 3 seconds if I would have taken that. Oh well. Maybe 4 with how long that Cascade is going. Oh yeah, the Great Maul. Yeah, I think the main problem with the team you said earlier is the... where'd it go? Is the Yeti. I don't really see why you would really need a Yeti on that team for the most part. Everything else other than the Yeti would be pretty solid. I assume you don't have a Corvash, the fact that you're using a Yeti. Oh, come on! Really? Kraken, Kraken, and Kraken. I guess we gotta go Kraken. Oh, he's using the Creeping Death Kraken version. I do like the Kraken with Creeping Death. It is pretty nice. Normally the team I build with it is just the same as my Soul Kraken. The only difference is instead of Dragon Soul, I use Creeping Death. But I guess we can throw this at him. Pretty similar to what he's using. I'm not going to switch that now, though, because we'd have to switch to Sorcerer class if we were to do that. Or at least to be optimal with it, we would. But Dragon Soul is fine. Actually, Dragon Soul would be better in most instances if you happen to have it. It's not quicker, but it gives you souls, so that's always nice. It's also more defensive, since Dragon Soul has a chance to revive. Plus, all the traits on Dragon Soul are completely defensive. So he's a little tankier for the second slot compared to just your hero with Creeping Death. But we'll throw down on... Oh gosh, it's bored right now. I guess we got rid of reds. As much as I don't want to do that, I need to try getting Kraken up so we can start getting the Giant Spider up. Okay, I just got a board clear. Got to get it all away. But we do have Giant Spider up, which is the main thing we need to really get this team going. We'll throw that down. Make sure to never aim it on blues, of course, because we need those for the Kraken. Speaking of that, let's do it now. Hopefully get the turn. Good. And whenever we don't have enough blues, we can just clear the board. Ideally, right now, we'd use Giant Spider, though we do not have alignment, so we'll clear it out. Then we do Giant Spider. And you pretty much just keep repeating that until you get alignment with Giant Spider or the Kraken. And just loop between the Giant Spider Kraken. Doesn't look like we have an opening, so we'll clear the board again. And if for backup, we have Bergolfa. We don't even really need Bergolfa there. He's kind of just there for the starting of the game and to make sure Bone Dragon doesn't instantly kill us. That's the only reason he's really there. And that's match. Oh, come on, go. And there we go. You used to have fully traded Corvash until they nerfed it, then you refunded all your stuff you wasted. Well, that's good that you'd end up getting it refunded then. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Corvash after he got nerfed. I don't really see why he really needed a nerf too much. He is still a bit annoying to face just because of how big of a disable he is, but I never really found him to be too excessively big of a problem, but I guess a lot of people did. He can be sometimes annoying because just always losing your mana. Anything that can fully drain right now is pretty annoying because there's currently no counter to it. I don't know if they ever will, but there's currently no counter to a full mana drain. Enchant is a very, very small kind of counter. Kind of, not really. Because even after they full drain you, you still keep the enchant, which gives you a little bit more of your mana back. But it's not like enchant stops them from mana draining you. So you're still gonna like lose all of it. That would be pretty cool though, if enchant did stop mana drain. Like if you had the enchant effect on you, you would not be able to lose any mana. That would be a really cool feature. That might be overpowered though, especially with Christinax. Christinax would just be, people would just use 3 Christinax with a Dragon Soul or 3 Christinax with a Valkyrie or something. That'd probably be a bit too broken. Pretty sure that would be a bit too broken. Let's see. It's the true damage that I find. Is the true damage on him what you find most annoying? It does take 2 shots for him to be able to get a full kill. So I guess if he does 2-shot you, that can be somewhat annoying. I don't normally find him able to get 2 shots off though. Unless they're using multiple Corvashes or like a Corvash Crimson Bat, where like the Crimson Bat will do the cleanup. How do you counter Devour teams? I normally just drain them like crazy. Let's see if we can actually find a Great Maul team. Kraken. Actually, we could try countering a Kraken team too. I'd prefer trying to find a Great Maul team though. Let's counter this out real quick. But yeah, normally to counter out a Devour team, especially if it's a Great Maul or something, easiest thing I find is just to mana drain. If it's a first lock Great Maul, all you need to do is just skull spam it. Would probably be the better option to do. Let me go get the skull counter that we we're just using, get this out the way. See if we can get at least one more battle before we wrap up after this. But yeah, do you guys have any other questions or team builds you want me to do? Because I will head out in like a battle or 2 after this. What if he boosted in these magic with humility? Corvash with magic boosting, I've never really bothered doing it because Corvash doesn't get as big of a benefit from magic. Normally I only tend to do it with things like Crimson Bat and Draculus because they gain the biggest amount. But yeah, you could do it with Corvash if you really wanted to. I think since he only hits true troops, you may just be better off doing it with something that hits all enemies, even if it's not true damage, like a Christinax, a Dragon Soul, a Sevhina, a Moloch, anything that can actually do all damage to everything, all enemies, maybe Creeping Death or something. Things like those are kind of good to do compared to a Corvash, because Corvash, even if he does end up getting magic buff, all he's going to do is kill true troops, which I guess you kind of get away with. You'll just do a 2-cycle of it. I just don't really find it worth to do. You could definitely do it though if you don't have other options available. I've never bothered doing it on my Let's Play account. That might be something fun to try. I don't really know what kind of team would be able to do with it. It would probably have to be double humility, Corvash, and then like 1 other troops to try to support it. Maybe a Valkyrie, since it would hopefully get some of the yellow if the humilities can start looping. Oh, sorry, did I not answer something? I hate that I can't scroll through this chat anymore. I might need to get a thing. Is there a troop that generates purple mana? Yes, Giant Spider. Giant Spider is the most notorious one. Green Slime can also work for it, but ever since they fixed summoning in this game, like almost a year ago, pretty much everyone just uses Giant Spider instead. But yeah, Giant Spider and Green Slime are the main 2. One other one that used to be kind of used, or just kind of 2. There's White that can also be used, which is true damage and gives you souls. Earlier on in the game, it might be a pretty good option because it's one of the only soul farming troops you can really use at the time since it's such a low rarity. So you have White. The other option you have is also the Shadow Dragon, if you happen to have that legendary. But generally, people just tend to use Giant Spider. Giant Spider is the absolute best thing you can do for purple mana generation. The main team I tend to use it on is my Soul Kraken, or with if I'm using with Creeping Death or something like that, because you can just put up a nice meaty tank up front, and then just put in 2 purple troops, 1 in front of it and 1 behind it. You normally want to put whatever troop you want to keep the safest in your third slot. You can see he's doing the exact same thing with a Bone Dragon in his third slot. Oh, we finally have a Devour team, so I can actually show an anti-Devour. The only problem is he has Skull Spam too, so I kind of need to make my team anti-Skull Spam. So I will basically throw down this exact team. The only difference is I'll make it Famine. The problem with this, if you were to do this without a Famine, you'd have to go something like a Mana Core. You still can get away with this with just using a Mana Core. Of course, Famine is better, but you can get away with a Mana Core. So we'll throw this down. I need to have the Anti-Skull so we can still do the Bone Dragon, but we'll have the Famine so we can also counter out the Great Maul. And if you don't have a Famine, you can just use a Mana Core. Mana Core, you just, if you were to use the Mana Core version, you'd want to make sure you're at least keeping like your Golgotha or something full, something that will be able to feed into your, so you'll still be able to feed into your Mana Core. Because Mana Core will only take 9 mana, but when you're first starting off the battle, it's going to be completely blocked from your Golgotha and Christinax. Even a Famine is still going to be initially completely blocked, but you'll just want to get up Dragon Soul really quick. If you don't have that, you'll just want to get up your Mana Generator really quick. Another thing that's pretty good if you can Apothecary a Famine is pretty good at being able to disable. Spirit Fox is probably the best thing you can do to kill out a Great Maul. Personally, I don't tend to use it that much because I tend to use a lot of teams that do utilize yellows. But you can use a Spirit Fox on it, particularly a fully traded one, and that will not only remove all his yellows, it'll do true damage to him, and it will drain his mana by 7. And you'll get that right off the bat, so you can just keep draining him pretty easily with just a Spirit Fox alone, a single one on your team. Yeah, no problem, Belinda. Did you say that Bonnie Rose comes from event keys this week? Yes, if you're on the PC mobile version of this game, you will be getting, you will be having Bonnie Rose in the event key drop pool. On consoles, I do not believe you guys have it this week. You got, well, for one, you guys have the Silverglade Kingdom. So you guys, people on console are mainly just going to be getting things like Christinax and all of the new troops from the new Kingdom of Silverglade. But PC mobile players, yes. We'll be getting, PC mobiles do have Bonnie Rose in the event key drop pool at a pretty high rate too. I haven't bothered opening any, but if I had to guess, I would say about 1 in 10 keys or so. I'd say probably would have a Bonnie Rose. The only reason I don't know for sure is because you will have to compete with Lil Johnny. You might be getting quite a few Lil Johnnies. You might also be getting quite a few of the new event troop that might be blocking it some, because currently there's 3 epics in that kingdom. So that might be taken away from how many you'll actually get of Bonnie Rose. But yeah, she is in the drop pool for PC mobile. Would definitely advise getting her, especially if you're under level 500. Because she, around that level range, should be able to get one-shots once you reach the max capacity of gold. Because reaching the max 100 gold, she has a 2-to-1 ratio based on gold, so that's a 50 additional damage. That means her ability, assuming she's approximately leveled, would be around 60, over 60 damage, around 60 to 70 damage on a given week. This week she has slightly more, but with no merchants or anything on the team, she would be doing around 60 to 70 damage, so that's pretty nice. Of course, later in the game, we're dealing with values around 100, so it's not enough, but earlier on, you can get quite a few kills off of just 60 or 70 damage, which is why I keep saying that she's a lot better earlier on than later. I don't know how many 3 trophies you'll be able to take out with her, because a lot of the 3 trophies will be tankier to the point that you might not be able to single shot them, but most of your 2 trophies, especially earlier on in the game, like even this 2 trophies here, if I had even like an even if this wasn't the Bonnie Rose event week with all the pirates, Bonnie Rose would still be able to completely destroy every single one of those in one shot. But let's see. Yeah, does anyone else have any last minute questions? I think I might wrap up for tonight. Let's see. You got Mini Skullbeard. You have 6 of them, and he is already mythic. Wow. Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are getting quite a few copies of him too, as a byproduct of just getting them from Glory Packs this week, because he is available in the Glory Packs 3. It's 200 per Arcane Swamp Tradestone. That's the main reason why people are actually spam buying him this week. You're probably seeing a lot in global chat that people are getting him to mythic. Probably not too many right now because it's midway through the week. But earlier on, like the first day, there was probably a huge amount of people fully upgrading him to mythic. Of course, when I say this, why is everyone getting mimic to mythic? There must be a lot of mimics in the event key drop pool right now that I'm not aware of. It's like the 4th person that got a mimic to mythic. He's in the event drop pool, event key drop pool too. But many people are just buying him, not just for this Captain's Goldbeard, but mainly for the green-blue to trade up all the troops that end up utilizing it. Well, glad you could join us, Salty, and get some work done for that next patch. I'm really looking forward to the 3.0 patch. So, hope you guys can get that out in the nearest future. Definitely pretty hyped for it. But anyways, that will wrap it up for today's stream. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll, of course, have some more Kraken teams tomorrow. I'll do a video for it. I'll try to get the Thursday video to be that one term-based video that I was mentioning the other day, where I kind of go over like all of the effects, all the terms within Gems of War. I don't know for sure if I will be able to get it done on Thursday, but if I have enough time, I definitely will. That is my goal. Otherwise, I'll have it out at a later time, but that is the goal for Thursday. Otherwise, I'll just have some other random video up, Gems of War related. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Next stream is this Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every Friday and Saturday. We'll have 2 redeem codes at both those times, and I will see you all later. Have a wonderful week. And arrgh, pirates! I'll try getting the eye patch. I definitely want to try getting an eye patch by this Friday, definitely by this Saturday, so I can wear it for this week. That'd be cool if I already had it, but definitely going to try for it for this weekend streams. But anyways, have a great week, everyone. See you all later, and goodbye. If I can click the button. I'm always afraid to ever set this to a hotkey, because I know if I ever set it to a hotkey so I can end my streams quickly, that I will accidentally click it one day, and I'll be streaming when I don't mean to. So that I never hit it to a hotkey. Anyways, see y'all.